Ah, yes, the lightsaber sword. Good evening. Back with some normal D&D after last week's foray into the new rules with the fire druids. Getting a little peek at what's going on just a couple of miles west.
Hate the new rules.
Yeah, they were
Never
quite
again.
difficult. Well, I mean, we're going to learn them slowly at some point, I assume.
I just don't like change.
That's it. We're going back. We're staying. We're not changing. But yeah, it was interesting. But we had the druids.
Advanced D&D for Dan from now on.
Oh God, don't do the extra math. That's what we want. Maths. Oh God, which one's the English one? No, we don't want that. It was good though. It was good to see him and understand that yes, they're not going to be as simple a switch, and jumping in at 12th level, kind of difficult, but it was fun. We jumped in. The fire druids took on the Death Bloom, killing the Death Bloom, winning D&D out in the west. But you don't know any of that, as you guys have been on a little journey, making your way into the border forest, emerging from the underground after, initially making your way underground, where the hobgoblins are, with the blood caps, finding your way and going on the Myconid's mission to hunt out the source of this toxic river that was being pumped to the north. You found this large lake, this breeding ground on this level, I suppose, or the source on the level of the Underdark you're at, or the Neverlight Grove, where you found a little beastie, a strange creature that has been birthed out of some kind of sack that you brutally murdered. It reminded you of a bit of a mind flayer, a bit of some other creatures, definitely was mutated in some form. You took lots of samples, then you pushed that body through a tree to appear in Redvant, gave it to Bo, had a nice rest in Redvant before going back through the tree into the Underdark. Emerging up into White Wood, a few miles into the border forest, probably the furthest south you've been into the border forest for all of you, especially this side of the river. As you emerged out into the land, you could see where the Neverlight Grove had been pushing out into the land, into the overworld and dying off, and there were these bodies that were encrusted in different mushroom forms, some with chest cavities missing, some that you could see that were of elven origin at some point. As you disturbed them, they exploded, came to life, tried to murder you. Tadpoles exploded out some of the chests of them, which you slain all of them before they could do anything fun. But yes, you could see that there was some strange happenings, some strange mutations this far into the wood, as this old settlement, this old ruined town, has no life in it that you could hear as you kind of settled out. Very peaceful, apart from these, again, Myconid bodies that were harvesting these tadpole-like creatures. But you killed them off. All of them were murdered. And from there, you knew one place on the map you could go, which was further north, as you started to travel towards your old friend, Jenny the Hag. So we have the hex. I can't be bothered to put it on screen because I haven't found a good way of doing it yet. But yes, you are making your way north. So we can mark off that you've been to Whitewood. You've cleared and seen some strange things in Whitewood. And you are now making your way further north to Jenny. I'm trying to think if there's something else in there.
Will we be able to camp before we get to Jenny?
You can if you have a way of safely camping.
I have a tiny hut.
If you want to use a tiny hut, so you had, I suppose you on the route you can use a tiny hut to camp if you like, because you'd just taken the long rest right in Redvant and then had that fight.
Yeah.
So it still would be in a day. So yeah, it would take you a day of traveling on there. So yeah, on the way to Jenny's, if you want to camp before you got to Jenny's, you could use the tiny hut.
Hey guys, do we want to camp?
Can we just not go to Jenny's? Like,
No, we gotta go there. Andrea's there.
I imagine Jenny's really busy this time of year, and I feel like we'd be interrupting her. And I look up at the sky, trying to work out what season it is, and then I say, "Spring cleaning."
Yes. Spring.
Zachary, have you forgotten that I called you out completely for lying about Andrea being at Jenny's house?
We'll see who lied.
Okay, fine.
Oh,
As-
can we put bets? Can we put bets
On who lied?
on who lied?
You can insight check me if you like. You can get a nat 20 and see I'm not lying.
Wow.
No, I was just going to bet against Saga because I don't trust him anymore.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fair.
But then I was like, who's going to pay for it?
Yeah, true.
No one's gonna bet.
So are we camping?
I mean, we can
I thought we were
do.
betting.
Do you need to camp?
I mean, sure. Why not?
Okay.
It'll give you time to prepare yourself to see Andrea again.
I'm always prepared to see an old friend. Can I just say that as we're travelling,
Yep.
I've got the map of movement memory.
Yes.
I'm just reading out what I'm saying. What I'm seeing, sorry.
Yep. That's good. So as you're making your way through, you can keep that and start making or keeping that up to date. Sorry, I was just clicking on a different page.
But yeah, if we want to camp, I can create a tiny hut so we've got somewhere safe to sleep in.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel, I would say, as you've come out, you noticed...
It will help us avoid exhaustion from travelling through a night.
Yeah, because you're going to have to travel. So yeah, you'd be getting...
I could. Sorry.
No, you go.
I was going to say, I could do with at least a small rest. Let me just think how magical I feel. No, I feel pretty magical, but I could do with a small rest.
Well, let's just have a hut and have a good night's sleep.
Is there a separate room I don't want to share with you?
No.
I smelt your smells.
One big...
There's a tiny hut.
one big
I'll
hut.
be laying on him.
I think it's called a tiny hut, but when I read the
Basically.
rules. It's like 10 people, right? It can fit? 10 medium creatures?
9 people.
9 medium
On top of
creatures.
each other.
Topping
In a
and
big-
tailing.
Spoonsies! Sweet.
That's like the complete opposite to a 2-man tent, which can fit barely one person in, or a 3-man tent, which can barely fit one person in.
It's much bigger than those. Cool. So, you can definitely rest up. So you'd make your way through. You had noticed when you came out in Whitewood as well that there was a distinct lack of sounds of nature. That whilst the around you, the you'd seen them obviously the myconids and these whatever these people things were that had these chest cavities, but other than that you didn't hear like the sound of things moving in the trees from a distance or birds. It seemed really, really quiet, which probably would go into your favour for resting as you made your way further north towards Jenny. But you could definitely do so.
Yeah, let's take a long rest. Why not?
Nice. So tiny hut goes up. Can someone give me just a perception check for just keeping watch of movements? If you want to do it in shifts, you're in a hut, so you're in an opaque hut. They can't see in. It does look like a dome, so you can camouflage it if you would like. But essentially, you get your full 8. You need to get in that hut and sleep, right? Because it lasts exactly 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Von Van, do you want to go first or second?
What, I'm staying up.
Yeah.
I'll stay out first, because I'll do, when we first start doing it, I'll do a commune with nature, just to get an idea of what's around us as a ritual spell. So.
Okie dokie.
Whoever's first, give me a perception check.
That is a 18.
18. Nice. It is definitely quiet. As you're looking out into the surrounding land, you can see signs of the corruption, but in this like lighter forest, you're going north into lighter forest, so you're going back to where you've been before. You see signs of like the death being about, but you don't really hear much of creatures about this point. At one point in let's say you were to go to bed fairly early, before like the full midnight hour, early on into your watch, you notice and see a shimmering, shining, like purple ball in your blind sight. It comes into your like kind of comes into your vision as you're looking out across the land. It just appears as you realise that this is an invisible ball that is kind of floated in and just sits above the hut where you are. You recognise it as the one you saw when you were in the temple.
Okay, but it can't see in, right?
It can't see it. No, just it. Well, you know that the tiny hut. Oh, well, how much do you know about tiny hut? Give me an Arcana check.
It's an 11.
11. You know that. You know that you can pass out and in. Let me just check how much. You know that from the outside this thing is opaque, so seeing in is not possible from the outside, but you're not aware of whether with an 11 whether other forms of sight would be able to see through. You know that as standard your vision wouldn't be able to see through because it's of its opaque color, like the fact that you can't make out what's inside. You can see there's a dome there, but yeah, so you're like as it's there and it just doesn't move, it just is floating there. Yeah, you would know that it might not be able to see, but then you don't know what magic this is really, what this magic really is.
Okay. I will keep watching it while it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes to changing shifts, I will tell Faywin that it's the same thing I saw back the other place.
But it can't see in, right?
It hangs around for about 10 minutes and then disappears out your sight.
Okay, so it's not still there when I wake up.
Mm-hmm. No. It's for 10 minutes that Von sees it, and then that's close to the beginning. You'll sleep through for 4 hours and then hand over to Faywin.
Do I need to do a perception for mine?
Yep. Yes, please.
19.
19. Early in hours, as the sun is starting to come up, you feel like you're getting close to that 8 hours. You see off to the west. You first hear in the distance and see a bit like, you would see birds fly up from trees as if there's something happening like a way off. There's a disturbance. Out to the west, northwest area, you see and hear like the creaking and the cracking of some trees. You see a few like birds fly up into the air. Miles off, you're probably 6 to 10 miles, a real distance. You hear the cracks because they're so abrupt, but by the time they get to you, they're more muffled in sound, and you roll a 19. So you pick up on like that and look over, and you can see off further than that. You notice that the sky is darker there than it is here, and actually you would pick up that there seems to be flames or burning or smoke that is coming out from the northwest position of your corner. So the top edge towards Reflection's edge, that there seems to be smoke firing out. That far off, 10 mile out, there is some kind of fire you think being lit.
Okay. Great.
But whatever it is, you can feel that there is a shockwave of reaction. So what you hear at first is the trees creaking, there's things moving, there's clearly animals that are either scared or running. There's a movement coming from that direction that feels much closer than the smoke that you've seen.
Okay.
Other than that, around you is quite peaceful.
When everybody wakes up, I will relay what I've seen.
Nice.
Can I make a note of roughly what time that was?
Yeah, you would notice it as just after the sun's coming up. So it would be, I don't know whenever you guys are waking up, but it'd be 6, 7 in the morning. Just when the sun is gone from being that like golden red to more of a white, the light is actually up. That's when you can hear the movement and see, and that's when you see the smoke that's been going off.
Thank you.
Nice. The hut disappears, so you know straight away that everyone is up. Everyone that has been in the tiny hut, as the hut disappears, you take your first breaths. Your first what the hell is the word? Well, for a single breath, breathe. You breathe in for the first time. You breathe in fresh air for the first time in 8 hours. You've been in a stinky little hut. Zaga, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
That would be a 12.
12. You all hear audibly Zaga's stomach rumbling. This growl deep down that almost sounds like a beast roaring inside his stomach. A sound that is so loud it is almost like he should be making it with his mouth. But Zaga, as you catch it yourself, you are tight-lipped and looking down at your own body, trying to work out what the hell this is, what the hell is going on as you hear, feed. We must feed. This deep kind of like breathing in your mind.
Someone get him some rations.
Anyone got any duck?
Cool. But
Right,
you're
let's
awake.
go save Andrea then.
Fabian's already packed up and ready to go.
Just sat with the backpack on already, like, guys, are we going?
Yeah.
Are we off? Nice.
Out to go.
Cool. So you'll pack up, ready to head off towards Jenny's. You are a ranger in the forest, so there's no chance of getting lost. You start to make your way north and into areas you start to pick up where you know Jenny would be. Cross section in the map that you are building with the detail that's there, and the maps and stuff that you had from Bo that pulled together. You find quickly the pathways and the routes that Thistle, the Mothman, took you on to lead you towards Jenny's hut. As you find your way on a twisting path in to an area, and if you remember last time as well, there is a as you go into where the hut is, it appears there is like a hallucinatory terrain around the hut. So as you find and you get close, you kind of pass through the inside the hut. The grass is lush, bright, vibrant green. The plants are growing. There's still a few smaller signs of like the death bloom effect inside, but you really notice the stark difference from outside to inside, and how dark and purple the general foliage is of the forest you've come from as you step into here, as you're reminded of the bright greens, the vibrant greens of the forest as it should be. And yeah, on a short garden path round in front of you is Jenny's hut.
As we see the hut, Zaga will put his hand on his rapier.
Mm-hmm.
As we approach Jenny's, I put the map away. I don't want to log this bit.
Okay.
I just sigh. Just like, here we go.
I start grooming myself, make myself up or something.
I forgot about that.
It's just I on my notes for Jenny. It's funny and sad that it says Otter - wet dream in capitals, and then it has to sit there. It just has to sit on my notes as a thing that actually happened. As Otter thinks about the wet dream he had with Jenny. Making your way up to the hut entrance.
Yeah, Zaga's gonna go first and just go bang on the door.
Yeah, nice. As you're making your way up and round, those that would be interested in just surveying the surroundings, give me a perception check. Those that are marching straight up, don't worry about it.
21.
9.
17.
Nice. 21's good. You...
23.
Oh, 21 and 23. You both would get... you both would pick up a presence and you think you catch sight of maybe a tree, and there's a huge creature. There's something moving around the hut within the forest to the back end of the hut. So as you imagine, you're coming up a small hill. This hut is a nice round wooden hut that follows on the path. Behind it, though, it is kind of nestled in the brush, in all of the forest that sits around. And this forest runs up to its full height, runs up to 15, 20 foot high. As you kind of catch the movement of the trees, and you catch like an arm move and maybe just what looks like a bit of a tree face, but you can't put your finger on what is there, but you know there's a big creature that is hanging around or is looming over the back of this hut.
Is there a slight clearing around the hut? Or is it literally just trees around the hut?
In front, as you move up now, if you imagine it's kind of where the hallucinatory terrain must work, it kind of, behind the hut is all thick forest, and then in front of the hut is a bit of the clearing. So there is like a small stream that will run through, a small pathway up. There's some work benches, and you can see there's some collected like materials out the front. It looks like that out the front here is a working area for Jenny. But yeah, to the back, to the sides and back, the trees come in pretty close.
Zaga will drive up to the front door and start banging on it and start yelling, "Get out here, hag!"
As you go up and bang once and then go to bang the second time, the door just opens up.
That's not creepy. Zaga steps inside.
Nice. All following inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
As Zaga walks in, I want to just say to him, mind your manners.
As I walk in, I want to drag my feet as well. Just like I can't believe Mum and Dad have taken me somewhere I don't want to go.
So Jenny's hut is this big round. The size is probably, as you look at it walking in, it's probably 30 or 40 foot across, but you remember the rooms that you walked into were much smaller. You also remember all the rooms were round, and to get into them was just a lot of curtains. So like, even if Zaga goes in first, it doesn't take you long for him to catch up behind him, as Zaga's just trying to like move these heavy curtains to get out of the way to find a way in. And what you feel like you're pulling through 3, 4, 5, 6 curtains, finally move, and then all of a sudden you open up and move into this large round space where you met Jenny the first time. Oh, shit, I just punched my mic, sorry. Cushions all laid out on the floor, in a circle. You can see that there is a small like pedestal, almost looks like a root of a tree that's kind of, a stump of a tree, sorry, that's been smoothed out and it's been designed a little bit ornately in the middle. And on there is just a small, like a platter with small pot and some glasses. And on the far side, kind of just sat leaning to one side, is Jenny. As you kind of pull your way in, and she goes, look who it is, my favourite friends, business partners. What are we today? And she looks at you and says, "Oh, this one looks angry," towards you, Zaga.
There you are, hag. What did you do to me?
I didn't do anything to
What did
you.
you do to me?
You made, we had no deal, Zaga. So, unlike your friends, and as Arta, as you walk in, she goes, unlike my little bestie over here. How are we, Arta? Did you enjoy working with Jenny?
Yeah, thanks for your help. Let's leave it at that.
Zaga shoots after a dirty look.
Oh, shut up. You would have been dead without help.
She says, well, you never know when you need me more. If we ever need me, Arta, you know where I am. You can't rely on these gods anymore.
I wouldn't do that to Otter. Otter is the one who wants to see you much more than I do. And I look at Otter and give him a wink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking quite sort of shy. It's the first time you've probably seen Otter shy.
Zaga will look back to the hag and say, "Where are they?"
Where are who?
You know what I mean.
Andriel?
Yes,
I don't know
I
if
guess
that's
we'll
like
be
a-
here, right?
Hey, hag.
Fabian, roll an insight check.
Oh, please be a good roll. 7.
7. You don't pick up much. she'll look back to you and say, I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. So, how are we all feeling? Everybody...
Took them from the turtle.
Turtle? I
Zaga
meet
has
lots of
suddenly
turtles.
think you have his bagpipes.
Oh, the bagpipes.
Where are they?
Well, I mean...
Maybe if you ask nicely, Zaga, then maybe she will tell you, if she knows.
Nothing comes without a cost from this hag. And then I look at Arthur again.
You're right, but there are good things and bad things. She's like, have you been feeling a little hungry recently? And then as she says that to you, Zaga, you hear your stomach rumble again. Lower level this time.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, it's not a deal with me that you're making, like I say. Everybody here made a deal but you. I have no quarrel with you, Zaga. So come, sit down, take a drink. Let's catch up, shall we? How have we been getting on with our proposal?
I sniff the drink,
Mm-hmm.
checking whether it's got poison in by sniffing it, and obviously that doesn't detect whether it's got poison. And then I take a sip.
Nice.
Is it nice?
It's very nice, very warm, just like a herbal tea. Tastes like
Ooh.
very tingly and warm on the way down. Almost like there's a bit of like mint in there that just opens up your nostrils and you can smell. Yeah, and this is like very hippie vibe. The thick, heavy cloths hold the smell of like incense and burning. It's very very herbal and perfumey in this room. And yeah, that like
Like,
I
that's
get
the mind of the spa.
Do I get
Yeah.
flashbacks to the spa?
no. No, different vibe. Very different vibe. Your brain wouldn't go there. She's fully clothed and there's no water.
I will also have a sip of the tea.
Yes, I'll
I'm-
take the tea.
I'm gonna hold it as though it's like a cold winter's morning.
Mm-hmm. And it's it's like a small, like clay, little. Not obviously a glass. It's not glass, obviously, like a beaker. So yeah, you could hold it, but yeah, just a small amount. She's like, "Please help yourself. We brewed it freshly as for you all."
Zaga will not touch the tea.
So, how have we all been getting on? Anything to report?
Yeah, why are we here? And I shoot a look towards towards Wombat.
Well, we were here to find someone, weren't we, Zaga?
What have you done with Undriel, hag?
Oh, Zaga. Have you been telling Porky Pies about Undriel? I mean, I know where Undriel is, but she's not here.
That's because you put her somewhere else.
And she looks at you all, Faywin, and she says, Faywin, would I do that to you? We have a pact, we have a friendship, unlike Zaga here. I look out for those that are inside the circle, shall we say.
And she's safe, Andrea?
Safe is such a subjective term. She's on a mission, and she's happy with her mission.
She also made a... Well, I don't guess you're going to tell me, but does she working for you? Does she have a pact with you as well?
Nobody works for me. I don't have employees. I just have friends. Lots of friends.
And she's your friend?
Well, you're all my friends.
While this conversation is going on, Zaga is scanning the room for his bagpipes.
Give me an investigation check.
That is... What's the plus? Plus 12. Oh, 25.
25, nice. As you can, this room is just like this solid, not solid, sorry, this complete circle of curtains, and but you knew there were rooms because you went for a room to each individually talk to her before if you went through to talk to her, make a deal. So in here, you don't see anything, but that's not to say that like, this room is just cushions. There could be something hidden. Oh, God, my computer. There could be something hidden elsewhere. It could be in another room that's close by. Like, not here, but you know that it could be hidden off anywhere in this place if you wanted to try and snoop around.
What's new with you, Jenny?
Wow. Lots. been waiting to see how we got on. I hear the druids are moving into the forest. We've had word. That's been an interesting. At least it's kept our mutual friend busy for now. But yes, the Deathbloom is gaining power, and it's been a long time since we spoke. So I was hoping you were coming with, some more positive news about how we were going to, move forward in our endeavours to both get what we want.
We have dealt with some of the corrupted elves in Redvant.
Yes.
And Carl.
Yes.
Oh, and there were some mushrooms. We did stuff with mushrooms.
Did you eat them?
He helped
I think Zaga
Yeah.
did.
clear some creatures from the Neverlight Grove.
Mm.
In my
Corrupted
cave.
creatures.
Yes. Well, I assume you have worked out that yes, the Deathbloom seems to be utilising all options. He tried with the elves to get a force, to get an army of sorts, but you saw to that, didn't you? Eden's not in a great, and looking towards you, kind of on. She's like, Eden's not in a great state right now. I think the Deathbloom's really got his hooks in there with the elves, but yes, I hear they were. Pushed back from Redvant, that it stood tall, that they was fought off. It was a little bit touch and go for a while, but I saw signs of you all there.
While everyone's talking,
Mm-hmm.
can I attempt to discreetly cast a spell that has verbals and somatic elements?
Yes. You have to give me a stealth check, like a sleight of hand.
Stealth first.
Yeah.
Stealth and sleight of hand, so okay. That will be a 18.
18. Nice. What spell did you try and cast?
The spell is, this is one of the reasons for the long rest, locate object.
Nice.
And you know what I'm trying to locate?
Andrea?
That would be locate person.
You could cast it, it's not too late.
I didn't prepare that one when we rested.
Oh, how convenient.
How convenient. Let me just check rules. You would... give me a second. You have not used a spell before, right?
No, I am not.
You cast a spell off when you think you're in cover, like the conversation is going on, you hear that, you can see Jenny is talking individually to the guys. You kind of got yourself out of sight to them as you cast the spell. You don't. You trying to work out what the where this location is going to go, how this spell is going to tell you what's going on. You get like a longing, like a hum, a desire, like a pull in your chest that tells you it's down. That burying in, the under where you are, is where you need to go.
Does it look like anyone has noticed what I did?
With the no one's got a passive above 18. So.
Our passive is 18.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's sneaky. So you would pick up that Zaga is lurking and is doing something. You wouldn't know what he is, but you've got your passive would be enough that you spotted him. Just this bit. You're all, and then just sorry, before we go, in this room, you're only the room is probably 15, 20 foot across max, but you're all on you kind of all have to climb in and you're on pillows. So you're all very, very close to each other. But because of the kind of oppressive curtaining that's there, it's very damp and sound. It's very, it's not like you're whispering in here, but the sound dies off quickly. When you're having conversations, there's not a lot of echo and stuff going around. So you wouldn't necessarily picked up what he was saying or hearing, but your passive, you would have seen him move kind of round out of sight of everybody. Sorry, what were you doing, Von?
I'm not going to say anything for now. I'm just going to keep an eye on
Jenny, when we're on the topic of friends, please don't make me do persuasion check. I don't suppose you recognise these, and I pull out L'Oreal's rosary beads.
Ooh.
What beats?
Yeah.
Don't use that.
Sorry, we've been too serious so far, so I was trying to make a crude joke. I
Well,
apologise,
don't.
It wasn't fair.
Mm-hmm.
She holds her hand out like to get you to lean forward to pass them over.
Yep, I pass them over.
She'll look at them and say, "Oh, where did you get these?"
A friend. We're in the subject of friends.
A friend. She just tilts her head to the side, like raising an eyebrow.
Do you know my friend? Is it a mutual friend?
Well, why don't you tell me where you got them from, and we can have a conversation, Faywin. Come on, you know how this works. Now, there's nothing you need to hide from me.
And we went to the Myconids before that area. It's actually from an old friend. I've met her before, and I wanted to know if she was your friend because I have some news.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be relevant if she isn't a friend of yours, so that's why I was just checking.
So you
I
want
put
to
my
give me the
hands up,
news, or
take
you
the
want...
rosary beads back.
She's like, I am aware that she's dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to just break it to you cold in case you were friends.
Well,
Unfortunately, we did.
like
we
I
found
said,
her and
I have many friends, but are you making new friends without me, Faywin? Bringing other powerful spell... Well, I'd say spell. Magic users, I suppose.
well, the magic that I had between her and I, it was more the magic of knowledge. We met her many weeks ago now. And when we went back, because we'd been there before, I wanted to go and see her. She'd been incredibly kind to me the first time, and unfortunately we found her and she's no longer with us.
Yeah, it's a shame. She was one of the good ones. Never really wanted to trade in the more fun side. Like you say, stuck to her knowledge. She was one of 3, if I remember. Didn't really have the power of myself, but they were an interesting little group. They had their own little things they were looking after.
Do you have like hag gangs?
Hag gangs. I believe some people call them covens, dear.
Yeah.
Gangs is a
or
little
that.
bit, yeah, like you as a group gang.
Yeah.
Covens, yes, sometimes it is known for some of the less powerful, shall we say, ladies of the forest to band together if they've got something that they need to, well, I suppose if they're looking after certain people, have different skill sets, different ambitions, different ways to make friends. I never really had a need for a coven, you see, but, I let covens be covens, and they caused me no problems.
Oh, so you're not part of a coven yourself?
Oh, no.
And haven't been?
I don't need to be part of a coven. I am unique. Like I say, my interest is in making friends. Why would I limit myself to just a few others in a coven? I can have a coven of as many as possible. Look, little Arthur here is making his way into being one of my best friends. All these deals we're making.
Do we know that Arthur called on Jenny when they nearly died?
Yeah, you were next to him. So I think it was you and Zagar. It wasn't that far back. Would have seen, definitely you, Faye, you were close enough to Arthur to see Jenny's manifestation kind of out of Arthur's
Okay,
body, casting a spell that
She kind
Zagar
of
has never used
possessed me.
before. Yeah.
Got it. I didn't realise that we'd be able to see it.
Yeah, you would have been
I
close
remember
enough
him
to see.
describing it as there was like sorry. You described it. I don't know why I'm interrupting.
No, it's good. I can't remember what I described.
I think you said something about like the eyes changing and almost like there being a presence there.
Yeah.
Right.
Sounds like something I'd say.
May I take the beads back?
Oh, of course, yes.
Thank you. I just thought you should know.
Oh no! Well, thank you for letting me know. Like I said, they it's a shame. Never like to see one of our own. And do we know who was? Oh yes. And she looks back towards Otter and says, "Ah, you're messed up in that one, aren't you? Another one. So many powerful beings at once."
Yes.
I look around trying to work out who she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because you definitely can't be talking about us.
No. Zaga?
Sorry, what?
Legendary, is there anything you want to do?
I'm looking around trying to see if I can see a way down, but I doubt I can because there's pillows everywhere.
Yeah, you'd have to dig through pillows.
Yeah, digging. Digging is something I'm thinking about for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find a beast that can dig.
So, we've got... You're making new friends with new covens. Those covens are twisted up with our pirate friend and his little... what do we call him? He's not really a... Is he a patron? Is that what they call him? Deity? He's not a god, is he? You've got Arthur straying the line between his god and my power. Well, Von Van, let's not forget about you and that arm's looking...
I've got my hand up.
Oh,
as she
yes.
says this. Didn't know there was god power before. Just to be clear, it's not straying the line. You took my divine. You took my first time, but you know I've made up with the big being.
Yep.
And can we just forget it ever happened?
Oh, we wouldn't want to forget it ever happened now, Arthur. What if you need me again? Like I say, these gods can't be relied upon. I can.
I'm just not making eye contact at this point. I'm going for it to continue.
So, plan is what? Go from here? Take on? Do we have any more information? You have come to me, so I was assuming you were coming with some information, but clearly you were just as clueless as you were before.
Well, Zaga said that you had Andriel here. Didn't you, Zaga, as I look at what he's doing?
She was here!
Oh, Zaga, he's a little preoccupied. He's got a little demon inside him that's, I'm sure, plays on your mind. You're not you when you're hungry, right, Zaga?
What did you do to me, hag?
I didn't do anything to you. What you did to yourself was your own choice in being. We had no deal.
You did something to me. What was that mask?
Like I say, I did nothing to you but show you some of my prized possessions. If you were the one that reached out, grabbed and took stuff, that was not for me. I couldn't have had any part to play. That was a decision you made. That was a power you sought, and it sounds like you're dealing with the consequences of it. How is my old friend?
Your friend? What do you know about it?
Oh, come now, Zaga, you know. You can't be that dim. How do you think our little mutual friend got into the mask? Deals are made, and I have friends across centuries. You're looking a little stronger. He's clearly having a influence on you some sort.
Where are the bagpipes?
Like I say, I don't remember the bagpipes. They came... You said a turtle? I'm sure I made a deal somewhere along the line. Maybe I...
They're below us. I know they're below us.
Oh, but below? Well, I mean, if they're below us, I can then go down and get them.
Where are the stairs?
Right below you. As you, as she kind of, gestures down, you see, a few of the bags start to move slightly to clear a space.
I'm just going to go down.
As you watch as Zaga starts to go down and climb through, you again go into, like, as they're moving out of the way, you're just stepping down, like cushions, like sofa cushions. You're like stepping down. It doesn't take long for the rest of you see him disappear, and those cushions start to close back in over where Zaga was.
Will he be okay down there, Jenny? Nothing that he could break, is there?
Now, I like you all. How much do you like him? Because we might have a decision to make. She looks at the four of you that are left here. Zaga,
I'm not very good at decisions.
Zaga, you climb as you're pushing through, and you then would realise behind you it's dark, and she's like, fuck, I'm on my way now. As you keep pushing through... Oh, shit, I keep punching the mic. And then it kind of clears up, and you see there's a small hatch. As you pull the hatch, this bright light shoots up in, blinding you, realizing you've been in like a kind of dull, dark, no light. As it comes in, it kind of blinds you. As you blink and open your eyes, you are stood in like a garden, like an endless garden. A bit like outside. At first you think you're outside the forest, outside the hut, sorry. It's got the same vibrancy, but there's a path in front of you. And then these large bushes kind of rise up in front of you. As off in the distance you can see a figure. It's about 150 feet away maybe, as you kind of blink as these bushes and things just settle up around you.
Firstly, with the locate object, how long does that last? It's concentration for 10 minutes.
10
Has
minutes.
it been longer than 10 minutes?
No.
Can I still sense the direction of the bagpipes?
You feel this like longing, this wanting in your chest is telling you to walk down this path. I say path is a bit. It's not a path. It's not like a 10-foot path. It's like a. It's like a 20-foot wide path. It's like a big old walkway, and there's these big bushes, these big tall bushes that just line the way down there. But as you look around, it looks to be like a clear sky day. It looks like you've come from outside. You can see some trees, but not to the height of the border forest. A few trees dotted around, but then this is just like hedged off, bordered path, and your feeling is taking you towards that.
Yeah, I'll march forward.
Nice. The rest of you, as Jenny looks towards you and says, "Now, your friend has been made a king. So, I'd say a deal. Is it a deal? I don't know. I kind of left him to it just to see what would happen. A little bit of chaos. But he has been being courted, shall we say, by an old friend of mine, someone who's been locked up for a little too long. So, before we let him get too far, I mean, is Zaga someone you need and want to look after? Because, I mean, he might need some help."
Shogun, not me.
The friend you talk of, is it? We saw the dragon spirit at the spa.
Oh, yes, it's a dragon, yes.
I thought as much.
Yes, you know, someone of my stature, friends across the ages. Sometimes we make deals, sometimes we accidentally trick very powerful beings into situations they don't want to be in. My good friend Scaldaris fell into that fate. It's a very ambitious dragon from a time long ago who has been waiting for an opportunity to prove himself, to find a way back. And I think he thinks Zaga may be his way. I think he's a little puny, actually. There's probably some stronger dragonborn that might be better placed. But I left him to it to see what happened. It seems like Zaga's been getting on well. He looks stronger. But if he is Zaga you enjoy the company of, probably it's going to be having... Let's say if you like Zaga the way Zaga is now, maybe you might want to just keep an eye on him.
And look out for what? He's been
He's been eating humans?
I look at the group.
He's been eating dead humans, I hope.
Yes.
Been a bit strange recently. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
His
can see
his
the-
farts.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the cogs going in Fawen's mind.
Yes. Eating humans. Being a little bit more selfish. Been a bit of a hoarder, has he? A little bit of a
He's
strange
always been those
relationship.
things.
Yes. Have they been a bit worse recently, though? Maybe since your time in Allhearth?
It's
Yes,
definitely
nothing is trustworthy as remote.
Yes. These would all be traits of Scaldaris. I kind of just wanted to see what would happen, but obviously now we're here and we're so close to you helping. He obviously didn't want to make a deal with me, and I'm not petty, but I don't like losing, so I just laid a few little things out for Zaga. But if you need him for the next part, if you need him to help us with the plan for ridding us of the forest here in the Death Bloom, then maybe you may want to go and help him. Just fair warning, I like you all.
how exactly can we help it?
Well, come now, Von Van, I must have some fun, but with your skills, I'm sure you can lead him on the straight and narrow, lead him away from temptation.
Could he do a deal with you, Jenny?
It's too late for that now. I'm far too prideful to go back. But, you know, that's not to say that he can't be saved. Just beware that if he steps too far down the path, it won't be Zaga that returns to this world.
You mentioned a Scaldaris. Who's that?
Mm-hmm.
Who is a Scaldaris?
Oh, he's a very angry, bitter dragon from a time gone.
And the path you speak of, is that metaphorical, or is that where he's gone when he goes down these pillows? So
Well, yeah, bit of both, bit of fun, I think. I kind of let Scaldaris do what he wanted to do. I just like to watch, but I like a fair game, and I feel like Zaga's... Scaldaris and I had a deal going back, but like I said, I can always tweak slightly. I'm not going to make it easy for Scaldaris. He could ruin our plans altogether, but I am a hag of her word. So if he enacts the deal he wants, Scaldaris can enter the world the way he is looking to do so. I think that might be through your friend.
Will Scaldaris be looking to help us?
Why don't you go and find out? Scaldaris is a very angry dragon who likes eating humans. What do you think?
if the spa's anything to go by, I don't think we'd want him as an ally, even if he would be.
Well, I was just thinking, well, in fact, you had a pact with yourself, then maybe that pact would align with ours.
There's no way a dragon coming into this world would side with us right now. They'd want
No.
their own power, glory.
You saw what
They
Zag
would
was like,
kill
the
us on
Dragonborn, let alone the bloody dragons. They were very rude.
Hearing what Von's just said, I just started thinking to himself, is like, you know what we all want? Power and glory? Yes, make a fair point.
Is
This
there
is
a
all a
way,
bit
Jenny,
concerning.
is there a way, Jenny, of getting Zaga back to how he was before Scaldaris?
Oh, well, I mean, if Scaldaris isn't successful, I could banish him back into the mask for another unsuspecting victim another time, but I don't know what damage might be already done to the little kobold's brain. We'll, only one way to find out, and she kind of looks, our watch isn't there, she goes, I wouldn't wait too long, though. He's probably already making some decisions. We'll flick back. Zaga. As you step forward towards his longing, you hear echoing about the chamber the voice that you've heard, the voice that willing you to eat, the voice that was telling you were hungry to feed, as you again hear as you start stepping forward. Finally, you have come. It is time for us to take the next steps, Zaga. Time to test you. As you just see the bushes around you start to turn to go from the green to deep brown, black, and light on fire. As all the way down this path, fire just runs out, and he says, "Time to test if you're worthy of more power."
I'm gonna call out. Where are my pipes? I know they're here.
Oh, the bagpipes are so puny. Make your decisions. Prove yourself worthy, Zaga. You can have these bagpipes and a whole wealth of riches. As
Zaga is not very insightful, but I feel like he should try an insight check at this point to see if he can discern whether this is a good idea.
Yep. 9. You don't think he's lying. You think who else would have the bagpipes? The bagpipes are down here. It kind of makes sense that someone's probably got them. You can go and get it from them.
Yeah, I'll keep walking then.
As you go to walk out and you're inside this circle, so as you start, these the bushes that are lined around you kind of light up and on fire, and then from the inside out, you see a circle of fire, a wall of fire, encase you, and a second one, and then a third one, as you are in the center circle of these 3 walls of fire. As he says, "I've given you powers. Time to see if you can use them to your advantage. Fire is not something to be feared, Zaga. You must step. You must show strength. You must push through." And you can see that it was like they've appeared around, encircling you, 3, one small, one slightly larger, one even larger circle of fire, but you can still see that pathway that is in front of you that is longing towards you. As you look out towards it through the fire that is there, you still can feel that longing towards your bagpipes.
I know that I am actually resistant to fire. So I'm going to step through the first wall of fire that's there.
Nice. Give me a dex saving throw.
That is a 17.
17. You take 25 points of fire damage, halved for your resistance.
13, 12?
Yeah.
12.
Round it down, yeah, 12.
As you step through and burn, he goes, "Oh, brave. Still, fire affected you a little too much.
Give me the bagpipes!
You know where they are. Push through, Zaga. Prove your strength." As this, you are now one wall behind you, and then you can see the 2 circles still to go through.
Yeah, we'll step through the second.
Nice. Give me a dex saving throw.
Plus 8 is 19.
19. Still, 19. Funny enough. 25 points of fire damage, halved for your resistance.
Okay.
And he's like, good. Now the final step.
Yeah, I'm just going to run through the last one.
Nice. Give me a dex saving throw again.
13 plus 8 is 21.
21. That is a success. So you take... I rolled the lowest. You take 18, halved, and then halved again.
So
4 points of fire damage. As you step through the last one, you see these 3 kind of flame balls that you've walked through. Are these they're like turning? They're circles, almost like on a clock is a weird way of saying it, but yeah, like They are spinning in full encased walls of fire that you've stepped forward and left behind. As he says, good, you are strong. You are ready. Come to me, Zaga. As you are now back on that pathway of burning fire hedges, as you can step forward towards him.
I'm just going to call out, show me the bagpipes!
All in good time, my friend. All in good time.
And I assume I'm still feeling them in his direction.
Yeah, you're being long. That that locate object spell you've cast is telling you, is longing you and drawing you forward towards the voice. That voice is you can almost see, like in the dark in front of you, you can almost feel like you can see glinting out the bagpipes himself, as you were just being drawn towards that direction.
Yeah, and I'll keep walking.
Rest of you. So, like I said, if you think it's important for Zaga to be part of your endeavors to help us get to the end of this and rid us of this pesky death bloom, I suggest you maybe just go and keep an eye on him. Otherwise, of course, we may be dealing with a completely different problem, which could be fun, a bit of chaos, but up to you.
For as annoying as he's been the last couple of weeks, he is still our friend.
Mm-hmm.
We need to do what we can do to save him.
How do we get down there?
Oh, leave that to me. As you feel the cushions that you are on to start to almost inflate a little bit like balloons and start to squish up as you kind of squidge down into them, and all of you start to kind of disappear in. And just as she stands up, as she's walking forward, she's like, good luck, just know I'm rooting for you. And she says, especially you. And she just boops you on the nose, Arta. Boop. And you feel a little tingle of energy and run through you. Just boop on the nose. A little boop on the nose. You feel it on the end of your pinky winky. You can add a D4 to your ability checks and rolls inside wherever you're going. So remember that, because I'm going to forget it.
Every single one, or just
every
once?
Single one.
A D4 to ability.
You've got
rolls
bless,
and...
yeah.
Okay,
ability for
so
saving
bless.
throws. Any D20 check that you do inside this area, you can add a D4 to. You've essentially got bless.
Sick.
Okay, jealous.
Does Otter look jealous like this?
Yes.
That's the last thing you catch is her just leaning
I
forward.
don't even need to do an insight check
and,
for that.
and booping him on the nose. Yeah, you catch him. As she boops you, you go to look away from her, and you just see Otter staring at you as his eyes disappear under a cushion.
Before we've gone down, can we have said to Jenny, we still want to chat to you when we're back?
You can shout it as you're suffocating into pillows. She's like, "Our boy here, just make sure you survive." As you all kind of get sucked through, as you fall and almost get the feeling of being suffocated by these cushions, and then again bright light hits as you all land. You land in a circle. Around you are these three huge walls of fire. As you land in the central circle, immediately you're hit by the heat. It's like landing. You just landed in an oven, and you can feel the heat as these fires are roaring out in front of you. You can see that you were just essentially surrounded by this sea, these walls of fire that stand there. Give me perception or investigation checks.
21.
21, nice. As you land here, Von, you can see that these flame. As you're looking at it, it just looks like a wall of flame. And where the flame, you know how fire will flicker. You can kind of see through fire. If you're concentrating, you can see there's more fire behind. But then, as you're watching and trying to just work out what the hell is going on here, as you look around, two things actually. We'll do the first thing first. The investigation. You can see that these walls of fire are spinning. They're circles that are spinning, and there's a point as they're spinning where you can see through. There's a gap in this fire, and you can see through to the next circle. Almost like as they're turning, there is a way of passing through a gap here that is not through pure fire, but you've got to time it and try and see it well. And trying to concentrate on seeing the fire, you were Okay, I think I can kind of see that this, if we are moving through, that there's a way of stepping through without burning, as you are just concentrating on the immediate danger around you. Someone else, if they would like, can give me a perception check for where you are, or a perception investigation for where Zaga might be.
I got 24 on perception.
Which one would you prefer to go for?
The first one, not the Zaga one.
Where we are, okay. You can see as you look in where you are now is just like, again, this is intense fire. You're having to look up to look around you. You can see in front of you, in this long, you're almost, it feels like you can kind of notice you're in a hall. It feels like a huge hall. You're talking hundreds of feet up in the air, but the thing that gives it away for you is you can see that there's blue sky in front of you. You can see there's green. You can see there's some bushes or some trees on fire here. But as you look to your kind of left and right, you can see that the green and the blue is making way and is kind of fading into reds and blacks. That you can see the outline of where this changes, but it looks like where you are, what is happening is this kind of like wave effect where moving away from you just slightly, you can pick up the movement, but you can see the blue sky turning to black as this like almost like, imagine like a wave of energy changing is moving away from you forward. You are in the fire side. You're in the black and the purple, the black and the orange and the fire, and in front of you is the daylight and the green and the safe, and you can see it's just moving away, and you guys are kind of like in the bad side.
I let everyone know what I can see.
Von, you are obviously clear to share with people what you've seen here.
Yeah, I will relay about the gap in the spiraling wall of fire.
Aim for the gap.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a question to the group. Do we want to do that?
I mean, yes, but can we get an idea of where Zaga is?
And do an investigation check. It won't end well. With a -1, that's a 17.
17. You can't see Zaga, but you can see as you're looking through, and you'll have a bit more of a resistance to the effects of like being very close to fire and flames. You can see that where you are in this circle, that you would be you'd all be like kind of looking around to find the right way, right? Which is the way you want to move forward. If there's a circle that's spinning and there's a hole, you still want to aim a direction. You can kind of piece together with what Phelan says. You can see the pathway, and you're like, well, this is a pathway. So I think if we're going to make a dash through gaps, we should be aiming to at least come out of the circle facing this direction. So you can point and you can see where there is where these circles move into this natural pathway. So you know which way to aim, at least.
I obviously relay that to everyone.
Sweet.
And I start leading the way because fire isn't an issue for me.
He says that.
I am resistant.
You are resistant. So as you've spotted for this first ring where the gap is and what you're looking for. One at a time. Can I get acrobatics checks, please?
How tall is this fire?
Tall?
If I fail the acrobatics check, do I think I would fall into the fire?
You think not necessarily fall in. It's a bit like you're trying to, as a thing is spinning, you're trying to jump. It's like a merry-go-round, right? If you're trying to jump off or jump on a merry-go-round as it's spinning,
like
you think if you miss it, it's going to hit. Yeah, you're going to get hit by some fire.
Oh, we slept. I can long rest before I take this damage.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 1 for my acrobatics check.
That's really good. So let me just check the height. They are they would be about 40 foot high. Higher than you guys haven't really cast Wall of Fire before, but higher than a normal Wall of Fire. But yeah, as you look up,
I think Bonvan did.
it seems higher. They are thin, in terms of like you can see through them, so you know it's not thick, like it's not 5 foot wide wall of fire. Like the way it runs around, it's probably only a foot thick, but you can see it runs a little bit higher, and it kind of ebbs and flows in different areas. But yeah, it's about I'd say probably between 30 and 40 foot would be the height of them.
Can I cast create water above the pathway we want to go to try and make a bigger gap in the wall?
You'd be better just I'll say on the direction you want to travel, you want just water to be falling down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
To
definitely do
try and
that.
make the gap bigger.
Yeah, because the circle's going to spin. So if you want to keep the water coming in one area, so as it's spinning, you're waiting, and you essentially want to walk under the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. How big's that cover?
It's a 30-foot cube.
Yeah. Okay. So it would cut. Can you move it?
I'll have to just recast it again.
Okay.
It's just a action sort of thing. It's just a
Yeah.
It's only
So
a full-
30 foot would only cover the 2 of the walls.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just cast it a couple of times
Yeah.
to get through, I guess.
Okay. Cool. Nice. So what were the rolls? Sorry.
I got
15.
that one.
That one's definitely 15. Cool.
Or is it
15 is
athletics,
pass.
acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
John got over 20.
Do you roll a 6? Did you say?
17.
17 is a pass. 15 is a pass. 6 and a 1 definitely a fail. You will, as you misjudged the jump, you will take 13 points of fire damage.
We failed miserably to miss a 30-foot.
Yeah. No,
Sorry.
the gap isn't no. So what it does is it's just tempering the fire, which is making the acrobatics DC lower. You just both rolled really shit.
Okay.
So what it's doing
Just a
is
bit
it's lowering
wobbly
the
on
DC.
our outflanks.
Yeah. So Otter and Arta, you make your way through. Fine as you watch as Von goes and gets caught by fire, and Faywin goes at the same time as Von and just goes almost Faywin. You just go face first through the fireball, which you're like, oh, yeah.
Does she trip over her own feet or something?
She misses the water cloud.
It's one of those when you're like, we know what the plan is, we've got to go. You two pass through, and then as Von goes, Faywin's like, I'll just go at the same time as you. Von gets caught by going a little bit late, which means Faywin is very, very late as you go, full just into a wall of fire.
John just flies over it.
Nice. Yeah. Jump and fly up and fly home. Or you can just have him on you as he walks through. It's up to you with
He
John. I
also,
don't mind.
no. He also rolled over 20.
Oh,
So
okay,
he's
that's
got
fine.
plus 11 to do.
He's pretty dexy. Nice. You get to the second wall as it's spinning. I need acrobatics checks again.
That's not one this time.
30, 20.
20.
Pass.
With my +1 dexterity, that is a natural 20, 21.
Ooh, 3
John's-
you get
John's
through.
21 too.
21, 2, good.
The spirit of the Watcher is coursing through my veins with these acrobatic dancing.
You just like,
I'm going to call it dancing.
Nice. You can dance. Yeah.
Oh, it's interpretive dance. That's what I'm doing to get over the flames.
Von, you take 14 points of fire damage. As even with a lower DC, they were getting rolled really bad. So the 3 of you get through this time. You turn back as Von. Even with the water coming down, it's almost like the water coming down is making it slippery, and you straight in, and the fire is too strong to be put out by the water. But yeah, even with that,
I feel like I'm
gap.
concentrating too much on creating the water.
Yeah,
I'm not.
we do it. To be fair, you should be rolling things. Cool. And then now you can see, you are pointing towards, as you're at this final wall, you can see a pathway of burning hedges. And as you see forward, you can see that the burning stops and the hedges carry on, as you have one last acrobatics check.
Rolled a 12.
The 15.
A 9.
John's over 20 again.
Nice.
In my overconfidence and my interpretive dance, I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, okay. The 12 is pass. The 2, Otto and Arta, fail. Yeah, you two pass through the first 2 so confidently you well misjudged the last one. You take 7 points of fire damage each. Arta with resistance, you half that. So it's 3. 3, yeah. Von and Faywin, you make your way through. As you land outside these encircled rings, you can see this flaming pathway that moves towards you. You can see again as this hallway, this area, this dimensional space is fading away. The day and the grass is fading away to this like deep black. It's not really like stone. It is strange. It's like luminous. It almost feels like lava, but you're not stood on lava. You can just feel this intense heat. It's a strange space that you're in right now. As you look forward and you see at the end of the pathway the small figure of Zaga strutting his way forward. Zaga. As you are longed and pulled towards this thing, you feel again this rumble in your stomach, this hunger, as you hear the voice say, yes, we must feed to be powerful, Zaga. It's not just about strength. We need to become strong. We need to be able to feed and feast to give us more power. Now is your time to feed. And as you step forward and like almost like looking down as you hear the voice and holding your stomach, as you look back up, you see in front of you 2 piles. Pile to the left, pile to the right. Give me a investigation check.
Sorry, was this for me?
Yeah.
I thought you'd fallen asleep.
I was like, what the
you were
fuck?
talking
No,
so soon.
Yeah, Zaga.
You know, I think it's being directed at me.
Yeah.
Investigation is
I'm talking about being hungry.
12, 21.
21. As you look down, the pile on the left are near dead, fresh animal carcasses. You can see a deer in there. You can see a duck in there. You can see a few other birds. You can see something that looks like just like a wild boar, like a pig, as they are slightly moving still, but are near death. And you can, you start salivating seeing this pile of animals here. To the right, you see a pile of bodies, humanoids sized bodies. And again, as you look over to that one, you start drooling more. With a 21, though, as you look closer, you notice the bodies, they have some similarity to them. And what really draws your arm is like you see a red arm. That is the same colour red as Arta's. And as you follow it round, you see just the slight sight of a turtleneck around what would then be the head that's there. Again, not calling out, but slightly moving near death. You can almost feel the fresh blood running between these in these bodies and in these animal bodies here. And he says, now is your time to feast, Zaga. Make your choice. Only one will bring us the power we need.
Zaga's going to call out, what does this have to do with bagpipes?
It's all about power, Zaga, and being ready. We need to make sure you are able to grow your influence to be powerful enough to make the right decisions for us.
Just give me the bagpipes.
You can see the pathway leads behind. So you have these 2 piles here. The longing is still drawing you on, so you could definitely leave them and move past if you wanted to. But yeah, these at this moment as you're sat there, the hunger that is like calling out to you is longing for you to eat one of these piles, or both if you're that hungry.
Zaga doesn't want to eat any bodies right now. He wants the bagpipes. I want to keep marching forward towards the voice.
Nice. As you step past, you can see that pile of bodies are the 4 of your companions. You clearly, as you step over, make out Von, Otter, Feywin, Arta, laying just not looking at you, eyes closed, but moving slightly as they're there. And as you pass on the left-hand side, you see those animals in the same state as you kind of step through the middle and move forward. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom is 6.
6. Obviously a fail. As you step past, you go past the threshold of these 2, you just hear, "No! We must eat! You need to be strong! Do not make mistakes!" As you will take 8 points of psychic damage as the reverberation of this voice, instead of like longing towards you, rattles into your mind.
Can I just ask which one of us looks the tastiest?
You're a bit hairy.
I think Arta maybe.
You look like your meat's probably a bit tough.
Arta's moustache is burned off.
Arta.
Arta looks pretty tasty.
No,
Looks
my
most
mustache
like
can't burn off. It's not possible.
mustache
Because
is
of my
burned.
belt.
Oh yeah, but this is, it's not really you, right?
Yeah, but Zago would be observant and know that my mustache doesn't grow back. No, can't be removed. So he would know that.
It just eats around the moustache.
Zoe would not know that.
That's all that's left of you.
In fact, why am I saying that? Because then he's definitely going to know it's me. He's going to think it's me, and then he's still going to eat me.
Yeah, true. Zaga, as you get racked with this psychic damage, you hear this call. Your claws extend out. Your retractable claws extend out as you just kind of like wince to hold back the pain. As you open your eyes and get control again, you have a duck in your hand, and you were ripped into it. You've bitten a huge amount out of this, and there is blood just dripping down as you kind of get control of your body again. As you can just see, this carcass with a huge bite mark out, your claws long and just digging in, holding on, piercing the skin, the body of this animal, as you've just ripped a huge chunk out of it, and blood is just dripping down.
It is dark. No, toss it aside and keep walking towards the back up.
Nice, as you move forward. The rest of you see this figure of Zaga stepping forward and moving out of your sight. Are you pursuing down towards him? You haven't really got many other places to go. As you look left and
I
right,
think we will do.
you can see that as he's getting away, and he's probably like 60, 70 foot in front of you, maybe a bit further, as he's moving and getting away, you can see that is where the fire is. You can see beyond where he is, the bushes are still green. This pathway is still a hedge, like a beautiful, lush green hedge. You can see the sky in front. It seems behind Zaga is where that is the point that is following him. Behind him is where this fire and kind of brimstone is happening. So you want to kind of speed up maybe to get towards him. Well, not speed up to get towards him, but getting closer towards him is closer towards where it looks a bit nicer. As you guys make your way forward, you get close to where you had seen him stop as this area opens up slightly, as there is like smoke firing off these 2 piles of bodies or carcasses or something, and it's thick smoke. As you get close towards it, you lose sight of Zaga as the area just becomes completely obscured with thick black smoke. Would you like to push through?
Can I cast? Is it level 2 spell? I want to cast Gust of Wind to try and make it so we can see better, because you said it was sort of thick black smoke.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, you cast
Where
Gust.
is it?
I don't know. Make sure you take it off there. You cast Gust of Wind and clear a small area. As quick as you are clearing, you can see the smoke, this thick smoke, is looking to engulf that area again, and you clear enough of a space to see Zaga walking forward, and a blood trail that is like following behind, like he's leaving behind him. That there was blood that's dripped on the floor as he's stepping towards or moving further down this path away from you.
we all see that if he's...
Yeah, it's like as this is like impressively, this is like being inside the smoke that is here is like being inside a house with the house being on fire. The smoke is thick, it's hot, and you would go to hold your breath to cover your mouth as Arta throws out the gust. It clears enough for you to see Zaga walking away, this blood trail behind him as the smoke starts to enclose back in on that area that Arta was cleared. So if you're going to go, you need to kind of go.
Yeah, and dart through quickly.
Yeah. Sweet. As you dart through, the smoke kind of encloses in as you lose sight of Zaga at the end. As you push through and come out the other side and look around, you are greeted by a sight that you hadn't seen. There are just these huge, like the smell of like farmyard, of animal, of meat, of sweat. As you look to your left and your right, and there is a deer the size of like a mountain laying on one side, and then a human-like leg to your right-hand side that is again like 3 houses tall and moving across to the side. And as you kind of look around at each other and through the middle, you see a huge head, dragonoid head, that is looking down, that is salivating, that is just dropping saliva down towards your direction. It is the humongous face of Zaga as he is eyeing up these different piles of animals left and right. You can
I squeal.
You can see in front of you there is a path between these 2 piles, and it goes under where this huge Zaga is, and carries on that direction. Almost strangely, as you look towards, you can still see normal size Zaga moving away, but you also can see this humongous Zaga in front of you. As you kind of, as you squeal and look, you kind of duck as a big clawed hand comes down, swings down, rips up as you see a duck come up, bites in, blood starts to drip through, as you can see that this huge Zaga is preoccupied with eating at the moment. How would you like to get past?
Pass without a trace, Fairwin?
We
could try that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, I have a question.
Yep.
Give me 2 seconds while I read.
Before I cast Pass Without a Trace? Or...
Are we in forest?
No.
Are we in tall grass?
No. You're on a pathway.
Oh, okay. So I've got disadvantage with stealth. That's why I was...
Oh. What roll? Definitely.
Yeah, I'll do Pass Without a Trace.
Mm-hmm. Nice. See,
I forgot about my D4!
Oh, yeah, you can add the
Well,
D4
it's too
difference as
late.
well.
I've pressed the button now.
No, we're still going to need it with disadvantage. As you duck behind, like as this hand comes down and claw comes down, you can see that as that one goes down, another one comes out. Big bit just gets ripped off this pig, straight into the mouth as he's chewing, as his blood is falling down. As you can definitely use stealth to try and sneak past unseen. Can you all give me stealth checks, please?
Plus 10.
With Pass Without a Trace?
Pass Without a Trace, that's 31.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Pass Without a Trace is plus 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of got 10 with a plus 10.
No, sorry, I was saying plus 10.
Oh, okay.
Mine's 22.
With my disadvantage, that is a 14, and that is with my bless thing.
With Bless and plus 10, a disadvantage is a 14.
Yeah, I rolled a 3, and then I got a 1 on the plus 4.
Zaga, can you roll a perception check, please?
Right, I rolled a 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1, and then a 1 on the thingy roll.
Fine. Zaga, be awake. I'm going to fucking kill his character.
There is no way someone can fall asleep that quickly.
I'm going to roll it for him.
Ever.
Okay. I'm rolling it for him. Remind me just to kill his character. I got an nat 20, which is unfortunate for you. The three of you sneak past as you are kind of creeping around as the hand is coming down. Arta, as you move through, your armor clinks into as you're pushing past, the giant hoof of some animal, of some pig or cow, and it just makes a ding, which just makes a stop. As you then see the rest of you turn around, as you hear the kind of wince, something's happened. As you look back and see that this hand is going to swing down towards Arta. I'm going to roll an attack against you. Does a 19 hit?
It does, yeah.
You are, as this big clawed hand comes down and just grabs you and hits you. You will take some damage. Oh my god. 22 points of bludgeoning damage you take, and you are restrained.
I have a question.
Yep.
If I were to activate my Wrath of the Storm, would I still be restrained because it pushes it back 10 feet from me?
Yeah, I don't think Wrath of the Storm breaks. Does it not? It doesn't break?
Well, it moves the creature 10 foot away from me. It's fine if it doesn't.
Yeah, I suppose you could do. Yeah, there's no reason. It would move the hand away at least. Well, it would be enough to shock the hand to release you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Can I please get a saving throw of something?
Oh yeah, what is it?
You tell me. It's a Dex saving throw.
Dex. I've rolled a 19 on a dice. It's gonna be plus some.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because they still take half damage.
Okay.
That's 2 halved, so 1 point of lightning damage, but because they've taken lightning damage, they're pushed back 10 foot.
Nice.
Oh, you tried.
So yeah, a little shock, almost like a splinter, as it goes, oh, and lets go of you momentarily. You are not restrained, but you could see that you were going to be eaten as it was holding you here.
Oh, hold on, maybe not. Is it a large or small creature?
I've got this fucking giant thing. It's huge.
So then it doesn't.
I'm going to fucking kill your character as well. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so you are still restrained. Good job.
Yeah. No, I didn't realise the large bit.
I mean, the hand is
double-checking.
The hand is bigger than you.
That I wasn't losing.
Okay,
That
you
I
are
wasn't
losing.
cheating. I wasn't doing a burn.
I'm gonna eat you. So the three of you turn around and see that this giant Zaga has hold of Arta. As you can just, like a giant, you can just see Arta's little head inside this clawed hand as he starts to move himself up. Arta can try and break free. You guys can try and do something to stop. What, if anything, would you three like to do? You have moved on enough that you are kind of away and you are through, but Arta is on his way up towards the mouth of this beast.
Get out of there, Arta.
It's fine, guys. I don't need your help. Help me!
+4s as well.
I'm just trying to work out what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll aim a Eldritch Blast at the hand to see if it loosen the grip.
Yep. One attack.
Just double check on the plus after +8. That's a nat 1 for the first beam.
I misses.
Oh, good. You've hit me.
I rolled a 3, so that'll be an 11 for the second beam.
Yeah, just hits the side. Doesn't seem to stop him on his journey up.
And another nat 1.
Oh my god.
I will see that Otar is just firing up to where Jenny was. And,
Just
attack
missing
with
the
her
hand.
bow.
Yep.
Just attacking the bow. 22.
Yep, that hits.
10 points of
10 points is
Piercing
enough.
damage.
You fire
Can I do it on the
into
knuckles if he drops it?
you fire into the knuckle of the hand as it goes raw and just opens and drops Arta. Arta, you'd only made it up at about 15 or 20 foot, so you're going to take the bludgeoning damage of the fall. I rolled 2 6s. You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you poof, hit the deck.
Are you okay, Arta?
I cast Cure Wounds on myself at level
Run towards
4.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Cool.
Let's go.
Yeah, you can see as it looks up, it's gonna sweep towards you, but you guys can just book it if you want to just book it for the. Nice.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You dive towards, running towards where you can see the small figure of Zaga carrying forward. As you like pass in before, run and kind of get closer towards him, stop to see and turn back and see is this thing there. And as you turn back and look, you just can see that fog, that fiery cloud, deep smoke, like you just passed through the fire clouds. There is no giant Zaga, there is no huge beings. You look around, look at your size compared to the rest of the area, you seem to be back to normal. The fiery bushes that are like 10 foot high running down the side in front of you, and the small form of Zaga is in front of you.
We do still have pass without trace as well, so I can
Yes. Yes. You still have pass without trace. Let's take a break there so we can wake Zaga up.
I'm here.
Ah, you fucking awake now, are
Oh,
you?
he's here.
Jesus.
You missed the bit where you ate me.
Fake.
Wow.
Yeah. Bastard.
Honestly, I'm going to take your character and kill you.
You're
Good.
like a
We'll get to this one.
gigantic creature currently with a giant head.
He's
Oh,
not.
I'm really sorry. I had to run off the thing.
Okay. Lucky, because I had to roll for you, but I rolled that 20, so you're lucky. Cool. We won't take a break then. We'll do this bit and then we will take a break. Zaga.
Yes.
Your claws retract back in. You are still dripping a little blood from your mouth. You are still feeling a hunger as you step towards this voice, this presence. You are down 100 foot of this, nearly 120 foot of this path where you've been walking. You've walked through fire. You've ignored the food that was there. You have now stepping. You want to find these bagpipes. And as you come forward to the kind of edge of the pathway, you see upturned in the floor in front of you is your shield, filled with the shiniest, the cleanest, freshly minted gold pieces that you've seen, just glinting as if like a spotlight is shining down on them, making them twinkle just the way you like. As you hear the voice again saying, "Here, your little hoard. Does this make you happy?"
And it all looks like perfectly good.
Yeah, it's your shield upturned, filled to the brim, almost overfilled to the brim of these super shiny gold pieces.
Do I wonder why the shield I was holding when we walked into the hut isn't in my hand? It's now on the...
You might wonder that, yeah. But these look like really shiny coins.
Is it the special shiny coins that he's already collected? Or the normal?
No, these just look like really beautifully minted, perfect, super clean gold pieces. These haven't been touched by other hands yet. These are fresh just for you.
I do wonder why the shield I thought I was carrying is in my hand. And I want the bagpipes. We're going to ignore the pile of gold. And keep walking forwards.
As you step forward, you get to the edge of this pathway. It just disappears off, like blue, beautiful blue sky, kind of turns to grey, almost looks a bit like clouds are out as you're at the end of this path. As you see up and to your left, probably about 100 foot away, maybe, you see a platform slightly up from your position, but you can see onto the platform. So it's probably only 5 or 10 foot higher than where you are now, but about 100 foot away. Poof, this like spotlight appears on this huge pile of gold. Absolutely massive pile of gold dwarfs the gold that is on inside your shield here. This thing is humongous. As you hear this voice again say, "Now, if you work with me, if we work together, we can have more, Zaga. Do you want more?"
I've already ignored one pile of gold. I know what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Surely you can buy some new bagpipes.
Wow,
I'm at the end of the path.
wow.
Do you say this?
I'm at the end of the path.
Yeah, where your shield is like on the edge, is like a foot back from the edge. So you are stepping off into nothing. There's a void that just drops down in front of you. You can see this platform is just out, slightly up, 5 foot higher, and about 100-ish foot away from where you are. This huge, and again, this spotlight on top of this huge pile of gold. The voice just says, "If you want power, Zaga, I can give you more. We must work closer together. All you need to do is ask."
On the platform, but ignore the gold. It seems like this is the way to go now.
You want to do what, sorry?
Climb the platform, but ignore the gold.
The platform is 60 foot away from you. You've got no way of getting there.
Oh, I've got no way of getting there.
Yeah, as you're looking out, you've got like you've got your little shield in front of you. You've got void, and then this platform is just floating, 5 foot higher than you are, 100 foot back from where you are. But you can see, because of the way it's lit, you can see that it is this glistening pile of gold. The odd coin just rolls off and falls down into this abyss, but it is just there again, huge. There could be 20,000, 30,000 gold here. You've never seen a pile of gold this big before. And this voice just says again, "If you want it, Zaga, all you need to do is ask."
I'm just going to call out and say, "I want the bagpipes! Give me the goddamn bagpipes!"
Short-sighted, maybe. But if the bagpipes are what you want, as the light flickers, and again, you then see on top your bagpipes sat on top of this pile of gold.
60 foot away with nowhere to get.
All you need to do is give me the say-so, Zaga. Ask, and I shall give you away. You can have whatever you want. All you need to do is ask. Give me the permission.
Let's just dimension door over there.
You cast Dimension Door. Doesn't work here. You mental. You go to cast, and you just stay where you are. Come now, we're better than this trickery. There's one easy way, Zaga. We work together. Give me the permission. Just ask.
I told you to give me the goddamn bagpipes! I'm not asking, I'm instructing and demanding, because that's what Zaga does.
Listen. We need to work together, Zaga. You can have what you want. You just must give the permission. Ask. As you take 8 points of psychic damage.
8 points. Yeah, no, Zaga's just going to repeat his demand to be given the bagpipes.
Sweet. You watch the gold as you hear the roar go out again. The gold starts to shake and starts to run down this pile as it's there. As the bagpipes start to tilt and scoot down, start slowly making their way, falling down this gold pile towards the edge of this platform. Stubbornness is not a trait we need. You can have so much more if you just ask.
Zaga will pull out, I didn't come here for more! I came here for those! Give them to me!
The rest of you, As you start making your way towards where you can see Zaga's position, you can see where he is again, kind of paused up in front of you. You still have passed up about a trace on, right?
Yep.
Nice. As you start stepping towards, you get about 50 foot away. As you notice the ground around you the pavement starts to just break up and shake a little bit and move, and your footing becomes a little bit unsteady. As you step more, it becomes a little bit unsteady. A little bit more, it becomes unsteady. As you look down, you are walking on gold pieces. You are walking on a like sea of gold coins as you are trying to get closer towards Zaga's position.
Can I start picking them up?
Yeah, you can. You scoot down and like, grab a load of gold and throw it in your pocket. As you do, like more gold falls in and like runs over your boot a little bit. It has like a weird appearance of the sand here. Can you all give me acrobatics checks again, just to keep your feet up and avoid sinking?
Fuck's sake. 7.
7's a fail. 18's a pass. 9's a fail.
15.
15's a pass. So the two of you that
Yeah, I'm
pass,
too busy trying to scoop up gold.
scoop through. Yeah, you're scooping up, and as you're scooping up, your boots. It's like quicksand. You're just falling in. Faywin and Otter, your boots. Let me just write this down. Cool. 1 and 1. Your boots start to sink in. Otter, you were like knelt down, so your like knees are almost sinking in, where you've like shoveled a load of these coins into your pocket as you're moving. The two of you that kind of are dancing through, you've kept yourself above. You can see that you are getting closer towards, but again, it's getting more scatty as you make your way towards it. Give me another acrobatics check. We'll do 2 rounds of this.
Can I go in? Oh, actually, no. If we're doing, well, I mean, how stealthy can we be if we're walking through coins?
Yeah, you're.
I'm gonna go starry form dragon then and hover just above.
Nice. Yeah, sweet. So you hover above. You are not in the kind of sinking, the quicksand esque.
16.
16.
Also 16.
7.
Fail again. Fabian, you managed to pull your feet up and get yourself back up and scramble forward. Otter, you are sinking further in. You are, as you move forward, one of your like feet just disappear in. You have one leg kind of out and the other leg in. You're at waist height. You cannot move forward any further. As the three of you that kind of make your way forward look back, you see Otter is slowly just quicksand-esque sinking in with gold coins stuffed into his chest as he's slowly sinking down out of sight.
Can I use telekinetic pull to pull him towards me?
Ooh.
It would be 5 foot, so it wouldn't get him out quickly.
You can... Yeah, hold on to that. You can do that. We'll give him... We'll use that. We'll give him advantage on his check to try and break himself free.
This is how I hoped I'd die. Drowning in gold.
Zaga, this voice is like ringing in your ears. You still have a slight rumble in your stomach as you stand here looking out into this void. You see, almost in smoke, coming down towards your face, this huge figure, this smoky, like almost skull visage. Looks a little bit like your face, but these deep, dark, like orange eyes, these like not emerald, these like just orange orbs of like flame, with the face moving down towards you. As it breathes, you feel heat coming out, but it's just this smoky skull here that gets right up in front of you and says, "I expected more from you. We could have had so much more. Don't make me take what you can ask for."
One more time, I'm just going to repeat my demand to be given the bagpipes.
And he goes, "Ah!" And then you see, as he roars out, that pile of gold shakes and just starts running off, and the bagpipes fall off this platform down into this abyss.
Zaga will jump after them.
Nice. You dive forward just down into this abyss as you were just like hurtling down into nothingness.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. The rest of you, as you see Zaga's, the three of you that are kind of up, you've got Otter waist height sinking into sand. Faye, when you've got yourself up and moving forward, you're getting closer towards Zaga. As you turn and look back, Zaga just runs and jumps and disappears out of sight. Otter, give me a strength. Sorry, Otter, give me a strength.
I was very confused.
Yeah, no, I was like, you're doing the advantage. Give me a athletics check with advantage because the telekinetic shove is going to help. Just try and pull you out as you are sinking in.
I rolled a 2 and a 12 plus 5, so that'll be 17.
17 is enough. With the shove, you go to lift, you haven't got the strength. With Arta's help and the pull, you get yourself up onto the, almost like flat on your belly, onto this this pile of gold. As you kind of look up, like relieved, and you guys turn and see Zaga jump off. As he jumps off, you just feel this ground start to shake. As behind you, the gold starts running and rushing behind you like a wave coming towards you all as it's pushing you forward. Can you all give me dexterity saving throws?
Nat
18.
20.
Ooh! Both passes?
17.
Pass?
This Jenny Blass is making me question my allegiance to my god. I'm not going to lie.
Why would that happen? Otter?
8.
8 is a fail. You are knocked prone and are buried under gold.
Already?
Well, yeah, you're pretty much there. So yeah, as this thing goes, the three of you start moving, starting to try and get away, run towards where Zaga's position was as this avalanche of gold coins comes towards you. Otto, you try to get up, fail, and just get slammed as you are buried in gold. Buried under the gold, sorry. Can the three of you that are up give me perception or investigation checks to spot safe footing in this avalanche as you're making your way forward?
18.
19.
Am I still hovering?
You are still hovering, yes. You don't need to. You don't need to worry about safe footing. You just need to stay ahead of the curve, so you're fine. You can still get caught by it, but you're not on it, so you don't need to worry. Two of you. Fine. You pick safe spots as you're spotting your way out as you jump through. Otter, can you give me a con save?
What's roll well on this one? 19.
19, nice. You manage to fight your way up and get a breath as you were being slowly suffocated by this gold. You manage to get your face up, but you are just being taken by this wave of gold as you see your three friends kind of run out to the side. As the three of you get there, the gold splashes out into like a wave, crashing down over the void. Where you've just seen Zaga dive off and disappear is now hard ground as that as the kind of clear sky has been taken over by this dark black and orange lava like brimstone. This whole room turns into an arena. This wave of gold is rushing down, and you see Otter's body get slid all the way forward in front of you. The three of you that succeeded, you managed to make your way off to the sides where you're safe, so you are safe from this rush of gold. But yeah, Otter gets pushed out in front, about 30 or 40 foot in front of you, sprawled out, and as you stand up and look around, you see over to your right hand side a cage, almost gleaming and pulsing with or an orange, a fiery energy, just and inside that cage is Zaga laying on the floor, and in front of you, Otter, as you look up, trying to catch your breath, you've just been thrown down across this glass, across this hard floor, covered in gold. As you stand up, trying to pocket, you look up, and there is this presence in front of you, this humongous beast, as these wings span out, and this large red head with a big protruding kind of horn comes down and just says, Who are you? And if we can take a break and roll initiative, that would be great, please.
Am I rolling initiative?
You are rolling initiative as well, yep.
Can I sway for them?
You can indeed, yeah.
Despite all your rage, you are still just a Zaga in a cage.
Curse
Mate.
alert.
Yeah, you can go.
21.
Wait, hang on. So 21, Vaughn. Who else is up top there?
28.
28.
19.
Oof. All cheating again.
Alert, baby.
Yeah, I know you've got it. Ah, yes. Good old dependable Arta. Fabian? It's your mute. Oh, okay. Sweet, we'll come back. So we'll take a pee break quickly, refresh, and then we will be coming back for some combat. So be ready for it. We might not get through it all, but we'll get as far as we get. Depends how you guys get on. So we'll take a quick break, and I will set everything up. Nice. So what you have in front of you, Otto, that's you on the floor. This whole area is hard terrain. It's hard, lit up, and you can't quite make out. It's not quite stone, not quite metal. It is a weird surface you're on, but as this whole area is converted from that daylight into this fiery orb, in the far corners, these huge fires are up, and that black cone over there, inside that is a Zaga. And it is pulsing with this energy, and you can see that the wisps of the fire that fire through the air, a bit like not quite like an electric, like a static shock between 2 points, but like electric flame. You can see the energy is making its way from the top of that into like kind of through the horn of this large dragon beast, who you assume to be Scaldaris, as he is on a perch, leans down towards you. Otter prone on the floor there. The three of you that came in, as you land, you can go left or right. Faywin, Otter, Arta. Faywin, Von Van, Arta. Who would want to go left? Who wants to go right?
It's mad that we've turned up at a goth nightclub. I'll go to the left. I always lean to the left.
Yeah.
I'll go to the right.
Otto pulls out this big tankard.
Yeah.
This big magic tankard that is known for killing dragons.
Otter's dead? Weird. How did that happen? What? Roll for it, or do you want to go your hit?
I'll go to the left. That's to the right, actually. I'll go to the right.
Yeah, it's on the right.
Cool. So you got a 12. Let me move this all the way over here because I'm going to need a maximum knowledge. I love putting the battle maps on the far side of where I am. It makes no sense. I don't know why I do it. And then my sweet, sweet prince. Scaldaris. Do I have? I do. Good. Perfect. So I'm going to read this as I go. Up first is Zaga. You awaken inside this cage. You can feel that this imprisonment you're in, it's sucking your energy. You can, as you're in here, you feel completely like kind of suppressed in your powers, in your life force, in your in your soul. You feel like you are being drawn out as you can feel this pulse, and as this thing pulses and takes your energy up through this thing, you can just feel yourself being drained. As you look out, you can see this huge dragon form in front of you, and then as you look to your left, you can see the rest of your adventuring party. As you watch Otter slide out on a pile of gold and look up at this beast, you are first to act.
If I look at the cage, I mean, is there any kind of blocking mechanism?
Give me an investigation check.
That is a 30.
30. As you look around, this doesn't look like a cage. This looks like whatever it is. Like there's no door. You don't even know how you're in here. You feel like you have been imprisoned in this thing. It's been created around you to suck the life force out of you. It's like an imprisonment put on top. There is no door and lock to pull you in. So you don't think conventionally looking for like a door and an unlock is going to work. That you're going to need to try and destroy this thing to get out.
Do I have enough space in there to pull my rapier out?
Yeah, it's like you're on a 5 foot, so you can stand up for like half your movement and you can pull your rapier out.
Yeah, let's do that and attack it.
Roll an attack.
That would be a 21.
21. Your attack hits. Roll. What type of damage are you rolling?
It's magical piercing. Where's it? D8. 7 points.
7. As you swing in and you chip a very small amount off the inside here. Part is you think you're not able to move to get good enough swing on your blade. The 31, as you see and you try and chip into this, again, this doesn't even feel like conventional metal. This is magic and the area you're in is strange. You don't think that even magical bludgeoning and piercing is going to do a hell of a lot of damage to this thing.
I'll leave it there for now.
Von.
So from the outside, what can I tell from this? Can I do a perception check to kind of get an idea of what the cage is that daggers in?
Yeah, do perception. I would say more investigation or arcana or something else, because you can see it. You're not going to perceive anything else from seeing it. You've already seen that it is whatever that pulse is doing is flowing into Scaldaris.
I got 16 in arcana.
16 arcana. It looks like it is almost born out of this surface that you're in, that it is part of this magical area. You feel like you are in a dimensional space of some sort. You know you must be. You got sucked through a set of beanbags and you ended up in a fucking different world. Like, something odd is here. It feels like it's made of the magic of this area. So, you know, some sort of magic is going to need to be used to either damage this thing and break it, or to try and find a way of releasing Zaga inside. But yeah, again, you wouldn't think physical damage. And the fact that it's in a big fiery domain, probably think fire damage isn't very good. Give you that one for free.
Okay. Is Zaga like how you word it?
You would have seen him stand up and like, you can see that he's up
but,
and
like,
moving.
So in terms of being like enclosed in it, does it feel like effects around it could affect Zaga as well?
It.
Well, I'm not able to really tell.
I don't, with the Arcana check, you'd be a gamble. It depends where. If you hit an area, it's a lattice work. It's like almost a beautiful glass lattice work. Is the best way of describing it. But it's deep and dark in its natural color, and then it pulses with these like bright yellows and oranges as this magic flows through it. So it's definitely not glass. It's not fragile like glass, but that's kind of the look of it. But it is lattice. You can see Zaga through it because there are thin holes in its design as it weaves up. So if you do an area effect, it'd be a gamble. You know that Izaga's small, so if you were going to go for an attack spell, you could aim it high away from where he is. But an area effect, you're not quite sure it'd be a gamble.
Okay, in that case, I'll fire up a guiding bolt. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's 21 to hit.
21 hits.
That is 12 radiant damage.
Okay, nice.
And
Yep.
the next attack on it
Has
has advantage. I
advantage.
guess if it works
Yeah,
the same way.
kind of works the same way. You fire the radiant damage in. You see that it dulls where that pulse happens, where you've hit it. There's a dulling around it, and there's a bit of damage there, but it doesn't do as much damage as you would like. Nice. Anything else?
Start the turn. No, that's fine.
Done?
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to move a bit further away from Faywin.
To where?
See ya.
I'll go a bit closer towards where Zaga is.
10, 15?
Yeah, around about there.
15 foot. Nice. Cool. At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action to step just slightly forward. As it lumbers down towards Otter, who is on the floor prone and is going to take a tail attack. This dragon has, and as you see him move around, Vaughn, you can see the huge. This tail is almost like a dinosaur's thick, solid tail that is getting ready to wing around. Doesn't go out into a nice thin point. This turns into like a hammer as it comes swinging around towards Otter.
Is there advantage as well because I'm prone?
It's advantage because it's prone. I wasn't that 20. But you don't get double damage, which is annoying. So it's a 27 to hit, and that's what he's going to hit anyway. You're going to take... Every time I get you with these damn fucking nat 20, so annoying. I think it's probably good though all round. You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to use one of my force dice to use a shield to take some of that damage.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That is legendary actions. Cool. Cool, that works for me. Up next is the lair action. Zaga, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Shocking wisdom.
It's weird. It's almost like I've been prepping you for it the whole
That will
time.
be a 13.
13 is a fail. Can you mark... Oh. Can you roll a d4 for me, please?
1.
1. Can you mark off a level 1 spell slot as part of your power is drawn out and fires through? You see that this pulse is like grown gurns, whatever it is, as this beacon pulses lighter than it had before, and this almost like a magic missile flies up and comes and kind of enters into Scaldaris' body. Otto, your turn.
I'm going to cast Blink on myself.
Nice. Blinkety blink, blinkety blank, blankety wank. Cool.
And fantastically, I don't blink out.
Oh, that's good. You gonna stand up so you're at least not prone?
Yeah, I guess I will.
So that's half movement. You can run away like a coward if you want as well.
If I'm not an opportunity attack, mind you.
Woo! I mean, you've just been hit with the tail. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Who even knows? You try it?
Yeah, I'm gonna run backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 foot.
That's 50 foot. Tail was not part of his normal attacks, so it doesn't hit you. He was 20 foot away from you. That's your spell, that's your movement. Any bonus actions?
No, that's alright. No for now.
Okay, cool. Up next is my boy. He is going to... So funny. Is going to... 30 foot. Okay. Yeah, cool. He is going to fly. Kind of one big jump, lands down from where you had backed up, Otto, as you move around. As he's going to look down and around, you see he just starts to almost conjure out of the air flames, as almost he's heating the air around him in a 30-foot cone to such a heat that the air itself combusts and full flames start flying around as he's like, I don't need you here, you are affecting my plans. This is between me and Zaga. As he fires out these fires, everyone apart from Zaga needs to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
6.
Dirty 20.
17.
Dirty 20s. Oh my god. So only the 20 passes. Okay. This is bad. So you take... Let's deal with the damage first. ...24 points of fire damage. For those that failed, half for those that succeed.
You say it was only the 20 plus then.
Is there what, sorry?
What was the succeed? What was the
24.
DC?
Oh, only the 20 succeeded. Only Arta passed.
And I take half damage from fire, so I only took
Yeah.
6 damage there.
Yep. The everyone that also failed, you are stunned.
Oh,
Yes, until the end of your go. It's a bad one.
Does that mean you can't do anything with stuff?
Yep. So, Faywin, you are up, but you are stunned. Did you roll for John?
Oh shit, no, I didn't. God. Yeah, he's not going to get it.
Okay, so he also takes 24 damage, and is also stunned. So yeah,
Poor little babe.
that's your go. You feel like the heat just freezes you essentially where you are as you the heat just feel this like this fire is igniting the oxygen in the air around you. Almost just like have that air just taken out. If you take in breath, it will burn your lungs, and that's what holds you in this area. As that passes for your go, you will have your go back. So that's your go done, unfortunately. Arta, you are up next. You succeeded, so you are not stunned.
Well, what I was going to do was a hailstorm of cold damage, but he's now sitting on Zaga's face, but I don't know whether his body would protect Zaga. Should we make the conclusion that it will do? Yeah, let's do that. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
I'm going to cast
Okay.
Ice Storm.
Nice.
Can I have a dex save, please?
Yep. Where are you putting it?
I'm putting it where it won't hit.
But how big?
It's 20-foot radius.
Okay, so it's all going behind him.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. 20 foot radius. Yeah, you'd have to put it all behind him.
Yeah, so it becomes. It shouldn't matter because he's a dragon, he can probably fly. It becomes difficult terrain until the end of my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, it's a dex save.
Dex save. That is a 12 rolled back.
That is a fail. Excellent news. So that is. Oh, why did it go away when I was clicking the dice? That is 20 points of bludgeoning damage and 16 points of cold damage.
Nice.
Don't know if that will do anything, but I work on the basis it uses fire and I've played Pokemon.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not that many on there. It does the damage you expect it to do. It doesn't do any more, any less.
Okay.
But it hits him as he
and
looks
it's
down.
difficult terrain.
Yep, nice. As he looks down towards you, I was just looking at his stat block is so. Oh yeah, it's not much better. So big. When he flies, I'm going to tell you he's flying and not move the mini because the mini's absolutely huge. I don't want it to fall over. Nice. Anything else?
I'm going to move 5 foot closer to the hedge.
Yep, nice.
Just to get further away from everyone. Although, I guess I don't actually know where Otter is. I just know he went invisible.
No,
No, he didn't go invisible.
Oh, he's just got the invisible thing on him.
Yeah, it's because of.
I know you
just did it
blinked,
for blink.
but I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Is blink the one where you go to like an alternate plane?
Yeah, you go to.
Yeah.
Come back. Okay, yeah.
If-
Well, I'll
if
move
you roll
5
well.
foot away. 5 foot closer to the hedge anyway.
Okay.
It's not like the hedge is flammable or anything.
Yeah. What? Why would that be bad? Nice. End of your turn before the start of the round. He's going to take another tail attack at Otter. You are in range. It's not advantage. That is bad. That's not going to hit. No, it's only a 12. So he swings. This tail comes back down towards you after that ice. There's a bit of the ice throwing him off as the swing of this huge tail. This tail is 2 times like as wide as you are, Otter, as it comes flying just over your head. You know the damage you can do. Zaga.
Yeah, so you said I feel like my powers are suppressed. Does that mean I can't cast spells in here?
You won't know until you try. You feel, you know that you just had a spell slot taken away from you. You felt that power being drained out of you, at least, but you were able to draw a sword and hit in here. There's nothing. You're gonna have to try and see what happens. You've never been in anything like this before. And if you try and attack it, it's still glowing slightly. You've got advantage if it's a direct attack.
What I'm gonna do is attempt the dimension door again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast it and see if it's successful.
Cool. You cast Dimension Door.
Yep.
Teleportation magic doesn't work. Come on. Again, you try to cast out the same way you did before. Pff, door does not apparate. You were just left, stood where you are.
Well, I can't leave myself from in here, so I guess that's my turn.
It's lucky you're really good at using all your spells. Guys, maybe just let him die. Von, you're up.
I'm stunned.
Oh, yeah. Sucks to be you. Zaga, lair action. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
That is, an 18.
18, nice. 18 is a pass. You feel your power trying to be drawn out. It is not. You managed to hold on to your spell slots. Otter, you're up.
I am stunned, but I'm guessing Blink would still work.
Yes. It's an ability, right? Oh, you were... I should have rolled with advantage because you're stunned. I forgot about that.
That's 19, so Blink out.
Nice. So you blink out. Lucky that I didn't roll that beforehand.
Back on it if you want.
Nah, it's fine. I'll give you another time. As you blink out of the existence, it is back round to Scaldaris' turn. He is going to roll for his recharge ability. He does not recharge. You can make... Oh, God, that's cool. You are not there. You have made an attack. Ice Boy. He's going to step towards you as he flies up. He's going to hover. I'm not going to move him, but he's going to be hovering 5 foot above the ground. He's just maintaining off the ground so he can get Purchase to come down. He's going to try and actually he's going to reach out towards you, try and bite you first. Arta. You are not... no, you're not stunned. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do that first. You did just ice ball him. Ah, man, I'm rolling shit with this dice now. No, that's only a 12. That's going to miss. As he misses with the bite, he's going to go in with the claw. That is a 26.
On me again?
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's just going to go for you. You're there. 25 for slashing damage. And then he's just going to, as he flips to turn around, hit you with a tail attack. That is an 18.
Meets it, beats it. Just sprained my wrist picking up one of the cats. Fat bastards.
That is 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus Christ.
This is a big boy.
This guy does some damage.
Mm-hmm. That is him. Faywin, you are up. Back to you. You have a full go.
Could I please put Hunter's Mark on him?
Yep.
Can I do an Arcana check on the thing that Zara is in?
Yep.
To see if I know of any, like, not resistance, the opposite of resistance.
Yep.
On it. That's a 21.
21.
Essentially the best way of getting him out.
Best way of getting him out. You know magical damage is going to be your best bet in a dimensional space like this. Looking at it, you know you are in a weird world which is being controlled. This thing's not real. So your best bet is going something... You think you either going something of the mind, like a psychic type thing, something that could push that way, or looking just at its structure and how it must have grown out of the ground, that it is attached to here. So if you could maybe shake it or break it, that look of glass, just tweak something in your mind. Even if it's not as fragile as glass, it's not a door, it's not perched on the ground, it's part of the ground. If you could shake with enough thunderous energy that you might be able to crack and break this. So you think your best bets are going to be psychic and thunder.
Okay, thank you. I call out to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Hit it with thunder or brainwaves.
Hit it with brainwaves.
Hit the dragon or
The cage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll attack the dragon sharpshooter.
Yep.
So that's 25 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 16 damage.
Yep.
And then again, no. I was going to do sharpshooter, that's only a 10. So I'll just do my Hunter's Mark damage, which is... Do I add sharpshooter to my Hunter's Mark as well?
No, I think you only had it once.
No, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So just another 6 then, please.
Another 6 damage. Nice. Faye wins turn. He is... This is super sneaky, but I love it. Oh, you're in ethereal plane, you're not invisible. I'm going to kill you now. As you do that, he's going to turn and use his legendary actions as you hit with 2 bow strikes straight into the neck. Turn back and say, "Leave! You shouldn't be here!" And then he opens his mouth and fires out a like essentially just like a fire breath, a line of fiery energy that is a 60-foot straight
Is
line.
it AoE?
No, it's a line, 60-foot line from his mouth.
All right, John's gonna jump in front of it.
You need to roll dex saving throws. It's not an attack at you, so it's anyone in that line needs to roll. So you and John both need to roll a dex saving throw. Arta doesn't because he's in an ethereal plane.
I rolled a 12.
Yeah,
John
that's not gonna be enough.
rolled a 19.
19. Okay, 19 is enough. 12 is not. So John will take half. You are going to take 27 points of fire damage.
Oh, and John will take half.
Half, yeah. I will say that is, for your notes, that is all of the legendary action points to do that thing. So he now doesn't have any legendary actions on the next flow through until his next go. So legendary action, so you're aware, an action that the boss can do after one of your goes, only has a certain amount of those he can do, and then they get refilled on the top of his turn. So I will tell you that is that's him blowing out he's blown his full load, giggity goo. So he won't have any other actions after. Arta, you're up.
Seeing this line, I shout to Von Van. Von Van, can you take care of some healing for a sec? And Faywin said thunder, didn't she?
Yep. Thunder or psychic?
Yep.
So I am gonna maneuver slightly so I can see the cage. But so I don't take area of effect.
Yeah.
Not area of effect.
As he moves and is swung round and just bellowed out this, he's still floating slightly. As he bellows out this line, you can just kind of move around his wing and arm to get enough of a view. And you're low enough to the ground actually that you're probably underneath him a little bit.
So we're aiming for the Zaga's cage, not the thing behind. Just to clarify.
The big black mark on the screen that has Zaga's body in it.
Okay. I will cast Shatter at it.
Nice. What is that? Shatter's got some weird wording in there.
Does it?
Something about inanimate objects, maybe?
Creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage if it's in the spell area. That's about it.
Okay, so he's got disadvantage on the saving throw because it's an inanimate object. Which means I'm not even sure how it I rolled a 1, so it's definitely failing.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think it would have failed
I will
anyway.
use my channel divinity. Can I use it on thunder? Or is it only lightning? I always forget.
Isn't it thunder? Because you always want it to be lightning and it's always
lightning or thunder.
Yeah.
I can do it on both.
Nice.
So that is 30 points of thunder damage, please. Oh, no, wait. 30... where is it? It was 5th level spell I cast. Shatter. 68, sorry. So that's 48 points of thunder damage.
48.
Yeah.
Nice. By 4 points. That is enough to shatter the cage. As it rumbles, you send the shatter out, the ground rumbles, and this thing that is just being pulled out of the air here just and this splits as essentially, like, again, magic missiles, fireworks fire out around as you see Zaga is left standing in this crumbled mess of this metal material. As the beast looks back, looks towards Zaga being free and looks down towards you, Arto. It's like, no! No! And just starts screaming.
And then I hope I don't die. That's a spell, that's an action. So no, I don't have anything else I can do. So, yeah, we'll hope for the best and hope someone else has got Revivify.
Nice. Zaga, you're the small blue dot at the back there. As you see Arta fire towards the cage you're in, shatters and breaks, and you are free in this in this lair.
I have Shatter prepared. I could have done that.
Fucking well done, Captain Hindsight.
You couldn't have done max damage.
Yeah, true.
That is true.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have taken it out. That was ridiculous.
So I'm looking at the dragon and this deciding what to do to the dragon. I'm guessing summoning a dragon spirit of the same dragon wouldn't be helpful.
Maybe like, yeah. We won't even roll
Give
insight
it a
check on
go.
that. Probably isn't going to work.
Can I get an intelligence saving throw? It's probably an intelligent dragon, but...
Fairly intelligent. That is...
Can't be that intelligent. They picked Zagger as their host.
Yeah, true. I mean, slim pickings. 13 is the save.
18 is the save.
No, 13 is roll, sorry.
Oh, okay, so I cast Relative Psychic Lance.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a level 4 spell, which does 7d6 of... I think that's psychic damage. 30 points of psychic damage. And incapacitated, if it can be, until the start of my next turn.
Ooh, okay. On that note, I'm going to use legendary resistance and succeed then. I'll get you to read the
But
spells
there's
out next time. Sweet. He doesn't want to incapacitate him. But one of his legendary resistances is burnt. So yeah, as you realise you get in and you unlock, and as he turns back towards you, you feel as you're about to like pull on the like psychic energy that he shatters that lance, as just looks back, and you can see his focus switches back towards you. But you felt you got into him. You at least felt you were going to do the damage, and he's had to flick to stop it happening. Von. Listen, Zago, are you moving or you got bonus action?
I'll stay around.
Run away?
I'm going to, at the start of my turn, I'm going to switch Starry Form to the Chalice Starry Form.
Mm-hmm.
And let's do some healing, because I am making everyone's hurt.
But no.
I am going to... whatever. You do healing word level on. I'm gonna do it on Faywin.
Yep.
And use the chalice on myself. So Faywin gets 15 health back.
Thank you.
And what was the challenge? That was 2d8, isn't it? Plus 4. 13 back for me. So that's my bonus action, and for my action, I guess I'm going to... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to fire off the Psionic Blast cantrip at the dragon. Do I roll for each individual beam?
Yeah, I think that's what we do with
Eldritch
Eldritch Blast.
Pass them.
Yeah.
So the first one's a 16.
Misses.
Second one's a 27.
Hits.
Third one, that's a 13.
Misses. It's one hit.
hit. Well, that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. 6 psychic damage.
Oh no, I'm quaking in my boots.
I know. And I can't remember, do I roll on that? I know I don't on the other cantrips, but
No.
do I on that one? 'cause
I don't
it's
think.
damaging?
Did I not write on them? I can't remember, but I don't think so.
I can't remember.
I don't think
I know
on the
you
cantrips.
definitely said the other two cantrips, but I didn't know whether that one because it's damaging or for that.
No, I think it's low enough level that it's not. It's not a roll one, but we'll double check after. That's fine. Sweet Otter. You blink back in. You're in front of a big old dragon, and on your feet, well, like unless you're moving when you blink back in, but under your feet, you can just see like the scorching of the ground from this fiery line that was just fired out.
Before I blink back in, I can move 10 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you moving?
I'll
You don't
move
want to take damage from the floor. It's just you'd see it.
Yeah. I'll 10 feet around to the left of the dragon. Like more towards the dragon. Because essentially, once I blink in and then move, I want to sort of, if I can, flank without her. I'm getting enough.
How much? Oof.
I've got 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, you should be able to. Let me just get this out of the way. Yeah. Oh shit! Spam. You're gonna use 25 foot to do it, but you can.
Yep.
You've got to be on.
How high is it in the air? Is it hittable?
Yeah, he was only floating 5 foot above, just to get off the floor, just to get off the ice.
I'm going to use something I've not used in a while, and that's Booming Blade.
Booming blade.
That'll be 27 to hit.
Hits. A 9/27.
No, I was going to say 19, and then I remembered it was plus 9 rather than 9. So let's start with that 6 thunder damage.
Mm-hmm.
Thing, like, 11 radiant damage from the sword.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a sonic dice to add sonic damage to that. Oh, it's actually force damage. That'll be 8 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then a question when it comes to 2-weapon fighting says when you make an attack. Now I know to cantrip I've actually used using a weapon. Does that count? It just says attack. It doesn't say melee attack. It just says attack.
When you make an attack, what to be able to do 2-weapon fighting?
Yeah, to be able to use my my other sword as a bonus.
No, I think that should be alright. I mean, you're already doing extra damage, but yeah. For now, do it, and then we'll look after. I think it should be fine.
Okay.
You still you roll with the same disadvantages anyway, right?
Yeah.
With that proficiencies and shit.
I rolled a 1 and a 2, so that's not going to hurt.
Yeah, see, I like it when I do a nice thing and I get rewarded by you rolling shit.
And I rolled a 17 to blink, so I blinked out.
Cool. So you blink out. Back to Scaldaris. Gets his legendary actions back. You've blinked out, helping everybody. He is going to. Didn't recharge.
He's not classed as undead, is he?
I'm not going to tell you what he's classed as. He's asking. You're in an ethereal plane. You know, shit, mate. You have to pop back in and roll something when you can see.
It's damage, that's all.
No, it's not undamaged. It's not undead. Cool. He is going to. How fucked up is Arta? How fucked up you looking?
I've got a third of my health. So over bloodied. No. Yeah. Just do it. Whatever.
Yeah,
Don't hold back just because you think we might die. That
I'm not.
kind of defeats the.
No, I'm
the
trying to decide whether. What I'm actually trying is whether I kill you now. If I think.
Oh.
I'm trying to work out whether he thinks he can kill you now and then move on with attacks left. So if you're looking pretty fucked up, I think the answer is yes. Where if you're looking a bit healthy, you might have just left it. He's going to try and bite you and see what happens. So yeah, looking that you are tasty, that is an 18 to hit.
Makes it beat.
Come words, roll a 1, you'll miss.
60 foot.
Yeah, you're easily within 60 foot.
Yeah, so it's a D10. Do I need to roll it?
No, because one would be enough. It was meets, it beats it, right?
Yeah.
The bite goes down, the cutting words. He is in. He is going to fly up and over to Zaga. You will get opportunity attack Arta.
Ooh, I will take that opportunity attack. Can I use my Thunderous Smite as part of the opportunity attack?
I think you can if you hit, yeah.
That's a 22 to hit.
22 meets it, beats it. That is your AC.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I think it's strong.
How does Thunderous Smite work again? Oh, even better. So that is 12 points of bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 points of thunder.
Nice. Yeah, as you hit on the way out, doing that damage, he wishes he had stayed and fucking just killed you, maybe. But the cutting words.
And additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed in a strength saving throw. We push back 10 feet away from me and knocked prone.
He also...
It's a huge dragon. There's no way that works.
He'll also take
literally
3d8 thunder damage from Beaming Blade for moving.
Does that work even if you're not there?
I mean, it's a condition on him now.
Oh, okay. Oh, what, that you're concentrating on?
No, it's just cantrip. It's part of the cantrip.
So if he moves away from you,
You get you get thunder damage when you hit with it, and
fucking
then
read it.
it's shimmered in.
Do you have to see? Do you have to be there? Because you're not technically in that plane. Double check before you roll that dice, because I will fuck you up and kill you. I'm not saying there's precedent here, but every time you've been wrong.
It is not concentration. I will read it out. You brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make a melee attack against one's creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target suffers weapon attack normal effect, and then becomes sheathed and beaming energy until the start of your next turn. If the target willingly moves 5 feet or more before my next thing, the target takes 1d8, which is now upcast because I'm at level 11. Thunder damage, and the spell ends. Spell damage increases when you reach certain levels. Blah 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 blah.
Okay. Yeah, roll your damage. Next time, you make me aware of that, because I will fucking kill you.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you were.
If you walked away and I went, oh, sorry, you fell into a lava pit, you didn't see it, that would be a bit of a dick move.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, I can.
Roll the damage. Roll the damage. I have enough to kill you. Don't worry. Don't get sneaky with me, boy.
9 thunder damage.
9 thunder damage. Nice. It's still his go. After you fuckwits mucking around. As Zaga, as he flies over, you see a load of attack. Yep.
Do I have my shield? Does it affect
Yes.
AC?
Yeah, you have it. Yeah, again, you had it the whole time. It was just being shown in front of you. Yeah, you have everything you had on you. This whole thing is a bit of a mindfuck. As he lands and he just looks down to it. As he flies off towards you, you see him wince a few times as two lots of damage go off as he flies through the air. Not happy about that. But he will land. He made one bite, so he can still make a claw attack towards you as he's going to look down and say, all you had to do was ask, and swings down towards you. That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, yeah, use your cutting words as well, didn't you? Claw is... Ooh, that's not bad. 24 points of slashing damage.
Can I get a strength saving throw? I'm going to use a charge on my shield.
Yes. Oh, he doesn't have he has a big booster. Dirty 20.
That's a pass, so it's half on 2d8s.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 3 points of whatever damage it
Nice. Yeah, as you
is.
force damage. You think as he slices down towards you, sees you fall back, you then poof with the shield as he's whipping his tail round. You look as he's kind of glancing just to check an eye on Von Van, but as you push him back with the shield, he's just going to come back straight towards you with a tail attack. That is a 23.
Oh yeah, that definitely is.
Yeah. And I'd just like to say it out loud. This is... Oh! I've rolled real shitty. That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage. I rolled 2 on the dice. He is close to bloodied. You can see that he is getting frustrated. Weird. He's not like bleeding the same way that you would expect like other animals and creatures to bleed, but you can see that he's tiring and is frustrated and is for the damage he's taking. You can see that he is getting he's very, very close to bloodied. I would say almost bloodied. That was his go. He took more damage, I think, than he dealt out. Faywin, you're up.
I'm just gonna attack with my bow.
Yep.
So 25 to hit.
Yep.
13 points of damage. Plus 2 from Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. I got hit, didn't I? So I need to do concentration save.
Yep. Oh, you concentrate your hand.
11.
We'll say that succeeds. We just need to remember because it's half the damage you took, which was probably in the 20 somewhere. But we'll say for now it's just the 10. So you maintain. It's only Hunter's Mark. I don't mind if it maintains. Second attack.
And then 15 to hit.
15 misses. Nice. End of your turn. You and Von are in a delectable line for another fire burst. As he turns, as he was aiming his tail up, Von, you fought towards you, and then Zaga kind of gave him that extra jolt, and he slammed down with the tail. As Faywin again, the arrows towards the side, he turns, and this fire just fires out towards you both, crackles through 60-foot line. Both, I need dex saving throws.
Fucking hell. 15.
6.
Both fail.
John got over 20.
That succeeds. So John will take half. 15.
John's gonna die.
Maybe, well, it depends. 22 fire damage it is.
Yeah, he's gonna die at 3 HP.
Oh, John is gone. John ignites and then just dissipates the spectral dust. Just like glitter falls down to the ground. You two take the full damage. You'll need to do
Flying
con save.
rat.
You need to do con save for your thing, and the save will be 12.
Not 20.
Okay, nice. Don't make me wiggle and then say, Oh yeah, I suppose it's a
Sorry.
wasted in that 20. I'll let you off.
Yeah.
Again, just Bluey's legendary actions. After Faywin's turn, Arta, you are up. You again see this burning fire that's gone through Von and Faywin.
Can I see Zagra through the legs of this big
Yes.
beast?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I will cast Mass Healing Word first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't much. It's only 9 healing at level 5, but we'll skip past that. And then I want to get within 30... Oh, it's difficult terrain, you said, isn't it?
No.
Oh. Can I get within 30 feet of it,
I think
please?
you did a difficult terrain with the ice, which is probably gone by now.
Yeah, it's only till the end of my turn. Oh no, I don't even need to get within 30 foot. It's 60 foot.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do Toll the Dead. Whether it works or not, we never know.
Okay.
Wisdom save, please.
That's quite high. 26.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. It
Yep.
doesn't do anything if it fails. Okay. Well, I've healed everyone 9, so I mean that's something.
Oh wait, I got healed.
You got
Yep.
healed 9.
9.
I don't.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, I know what Otter doesn't.
he's in another
I assume.
dimension. I'm gonna fuck him up. Okay.
I was hoping to do more. No, that's everything I can do.
Background top. Zaga, you're up. You're behind this
Let's
big dragon.
just go for something big. What can I do with my level 6 spell slot?
I will remind you, he has legendary resistances. You've burnt 1. Creatures normally have 3. Just you
How does
don't,
that work?
don't get excited.
Do they only,
I mean-
only work to pass saving throws?
Yes, if I fail, I have to burn 1 to pass. Yeah, it's only for saving throws. But just so you're
If I
aware.
do
So
Skill Wind Strike at 6th level, that's an attack roll.
that's an attack roll that you find. You just got to make sure you hit him.
Okay.
And you know
22.
the AC is 22. Yeah, there we go.
Do they replenish like the actions, or is it just 3?
Legendary resistance, once they're burned, they're gone. So yeah, you'll start to get into...
Once per round, isn't it? Like normal.
Legendary actions are once per round. That's to balance out the fight. Legendary resistances are usually per day, so that's like you get 3 for a
Okay.
fight. Some of them will get 4. The
You
bigger
could
the
use
better.
them. You could use all in the same round if you wanted.
Yeah, I can burn them whenever I want. It's part of your tactics will be to try and burn the legendary resistance away before you go for your big hits, because I will be using legendary resistance. You're at a level now where I will be using
Well, yeah,
legendary resistance to pass.
Use
Otherwise.
it to not be incapacitated.
Yeah. And it's for those sort of things. It's like on a solo fight, I don't really want to get stunned early on. But if you burn through the legendary resistances and then you throw that at me and like, oh shit, I can't really do anything about it. So it's just a way of balancing out to give these creatures. But yeah, explaining all the
Attack roll with
mechanics.
Skill Wind Strike at level 6.
Yep, nice.
That is 14 plus 10, 24.
24 hits.
Damage on D&D Beyond is 23 points of force damage.
23 points of force damage. Nice. Yeah, as you just
That was a low
across
roll.
this.
There were a couple of ones in there. 3 ones in there, fuck's sake.
But yeah, nice. Yeah, you just see Zaga dot around and just slice into this as he cries out. As you can pick to land somewhere else if you wanted to, right?
Within 5 foot of him.
Yeah, so it's whether you want to still be that side of him or you want to move a different side.
No, I'll stay
Stay?
that side.
Cool.
But I will use a bonus action to do the Draconic Cry, so everyone has advantage on him until my next turn.
Nice. Von, you just been toasted like a little marshmallow.
I'm going to head like diagonally, like northwest.
Oh, towards Zaga?
Yeah, like so I can get. Yeah, let's say move 2 squares diagonally northwest, and then I'm gonna change to my archer form at the start of my turn. Then gonna cast Ride the Lightning 4th level to go through the dragon
Yep.
60 foot. Can I get a dex save from?
Dex save for 17.
That passes. I think it's half damage.
How far out the other side do you want to land?
I think I had. Is it up? Oh, I can be up to 60 foot.
I'll just crash into a wall.
Yeah, I don't want to crash into a wall. So, whatever doesn't make me crash into a wall.
As far as possible then.
Yeah.
Yeah, 55 puts you right on the edge.
Okay. So that is. That's 7 lightning damage.
7?
I know.
Fucking hell.
All the damage.
All of the big hits
And
over
then
here.
Then I'll fire as my bonus action the
Yep.
Starfall Marcher with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 23 to hit.
23 hits. You can do more damage with this, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't know yet because I usually roll really shit with this, and again I've rolled quite shit with it. That's 9 radiant damage. Fuck's sake.
It's more. Okay, he's
Well,
looking
slightly
wicked.
more.
Yeah, slightly more. he's getting wicked. You can see he's getting panicked. You are spinning round. Like you're controlling the battlefield a bit more. He's starting to panic and look and keep track of where you are. You can see there's a slight fear coming into his eyes. As Otter, you are up. You blink back in.
I'll move 10 feet towards him before I blink back in.
Yup.
I'll use the rest of my movement to get up to him.
Yup.
I use a bonus action to cast Hexblade's Curse.
Yup.
I'll take an attack roll. I'll do Booming Blade again, so if he moves 5 feet, if he gets hit.
What's Hexblade's Curse? Is that a skill or is it a spell?
It's like a feature. It's like my class feature.
Okay.
I rolled 2 4s, so that's not going to help.
That's not going to hit, no.
So I'll action surge and try again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not going to help either because my best dice rolls a 10, so it'll be a 19 to hit.
No, it doesn't hit.
Well,
Nice.
this time roll is 17, so I blink out.
You do
At least I can blink out. Can't hit him, but I can blink out.
again. Nice. Okay. Shit. That's leaving Paul Zagger in a shit. It is Scaldaris' turn. Gets his legendary actions back. The little kobold is there. He's just still striked him. He's going to try and bite you, Zagger. Oh, that's a 5 on the dice. That's not going to hit. Bite misses. Going to go in for the claw. That is a 19.
I will convert that.
Nice.
8, so yeah, that misses.
Nice. So yeah, bite misses, claw misses. Why won't you just bend the knee as he swings the tail round? That's only a 7 on dice. It's going to be a 14. All 3 attacks miss. Faywin, you are up. Fuck, that was 3 shit rolls there.
Remember, you have advantage.
Yeah, everyone's got advantage on attacks.
Okay. 26 to hit.
Yep.
7.
Yep.
And then, is it advantage on every attack? or
Yeah.
just the first
Yeah.
one?
Every attack.
Okay, nice. Oh, it was on 20 and it rolled 2. 24,
Yep.
6 points of damage.
It rolled to a 2 and you got a 24.
No, I had it was going to be nat 20 and it rolled back to a 2.
Yeah, but from a 2.
Yeah, but it was with advantage.
Oh, there's another dice. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I was like, there's no way you've got 22 plus to your attack. You're definitely cheating.
No, but I absolutely can if you like.
No, mate, it sounded like you were. Oh, I rolled a 2. That's a 24 to hit? I don't think so, mate. What was your damage?
6.
Do a burn. Oh, I rolled a D100. 6. Nice. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to... Fucking Otter being invisible is so annoying. He's going to swing his tail at you. Zagger, you are pissing him off because he keeps missing. That is a 5 on the dice, so that's not going to hit. It's going to be a 13. Legendary action burned. Otter, you're up.
So with Otter in another plane, if I do area of effect, it's not going to hit him, right?
Yeah. Unless I change the rules of this dimension.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm gonna
we're
cast
in the
Shatter
ethereal
again.
plane. Nice. Oh, I'm just basically this
Can I
side.
have a con save, please?
Yep. That might. Let me switch to the bright orange dice. Much better. That's 25.
It's a save, so you take half damage.
Mhm.
Am I going to do... yeah, we'll do it. Let's go with it. I'll use my final channel divinity, so that is 20 points of thunder damage.
That's halved.
Yeah, so it's 40
succeeded.
full.
Okay. Nice.
So it's because I used my thing.
Yep.
And just to clarify, if it is resistant to thunder damage, it still it ignores resistance.
No, it's fine. It does this way.
Cool. That's me.
Nice. End of its go. He's going to swing again with a tail towards Zaga. That is a 18.
Beats it.
Already use your cutting words. This is beautiful. I just squashed my testicles catching a dice. Oh, that was a journey to shit. Actually, no, not that bad. 25 points of bludgeoning damage. As this is a proper cat and mouse. This is just like tail, bam, as you dodge once. Tail, bam, hits you this time. As you can just see that this dragon is frenzying towards Zaga's position. Screaming as it does.
Yeah, I'll use another shield charge.
Mhm.
Another strength saving throw.
Yep. 26.
Yeah, that easily passes. Half damage. 11 points, so 5 points of
5. Nice. That was Arta. So background's on top. Zaga, you are up. The advantage disappears. Was it the end of your go? Was it the start?
It's not the end of my go.
No,
No, it'll
the
be
cry.
second turn.
Yeah, okay, cool. You're up.
This thing keeps attacking me, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
Don't you try. 22.
Damn it, passed.
Yeah.
Still. Half 7 points of psychic damage.
7 points of psychic damage.
And I'll do the draconic cry again as soon as he gets still within 10 feet of me.
Yep. Still within 10 feet. That is you. As you caught out, it's going to use its last legendary action to tail attack you again.
Oh,
That-
Dragon's about to go down.
Is not going to hit. That is a 15.
Oh, I miss it. Dragon's not going down yet.
Yeah. That's all his legendary actions. Burn. Von, you are up.
Can I get a con save?
Fuck yeah. 28.
Okay, that passes. So it's half damage, then blight at full level.
Mm-hmm.
So, rather than 88. So 25, so 12 necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do my starting for my Heartbrew again.
Yep.
That is 25 to hit.
Yep.
Uh, 16 radiant damage.
Nice. He's looking really fucked up. End of your go?
Yes.
Cool. Otter.
Including my blink movement, can I skate around to next to Zaga?
Yeah. Yep.
And as I reappear, well, I'll probably reappeared halfway
You
around.
reappeared halfway around, yeah.
To say to Zaga, do you trust me?
No, but fuck it.
I'm gonna just grab Zaga's arm and cast Thunderstep.
Yep.
And we can move it up to 90 feet back towards where the hedges are, like the middle of the pathway between hedges.
Yep.
And then I'm going to need a con save of 16.
Yeah, I've got like a plus 11. 24.
Okay, so it'll be half damage on 4d10s. Which was the 21, so that'll be 10 thunder damage.
10 thunder damage. Woo, 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 woo. Nice. End of... staying there?
Do I have any movement left? I can't remember.
You... 110, 510, 15, 20. You probably got 10 foot.
I'll move 10 foot forwards
Yep.
and
Yeah,
blink
you're
out
also-
again.
Okay. Fucking bullshit spell. I'm just gonna hold actions to fuck you up next time. Or just put you in. Oh, I forgot to say where you landed was a lava pit. Shit, did I not say that? Sorry, you fell in, you died. Scaldaris is.
Halfway down from.
Yeah, you blinked into a wall. You're stuck there forever. He gets back his electrifying. Oh, fun. He's not going to fly. He's going to flap his wings. You see as the wings flap, one of them doesn't quite give him the lift as he kind of stumbles towards you, towards staring at you, Zaga, as he just, we could have had so much more. You just had to let me. Why won't you let me? As the air again starts to heat up, as you can see, he is weak. He summons all of his power. I got my ability back. Can all of you, apart from Von and Ethereal Bitch, give me Constitution saving throws, please? As the air around starts to ignite.
That one.
16.
16.
Probably a fail, I imagine.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
Pass. Where are my dice? Nat ones, man. Oh, that was good rolls. I mean, bad rolls, but good rolls for you. 19. Whoa! 26 fire damage on the fails. 13 on the saves. And those that are resistance. Half again, 6.
I've never been more happy to be a
Fire
teamer.
resistant, yeah. How are you looking, Faerun?
On 1 HP.
How you doing, Faerun?
5.
5. You roll a con save for your Hunter's Mark? 12 DC? No.
17.
Yeah, 17. Nice. You hold on to it. Nice. That was his go. The fire attack. Faerun, you are up. This thing
She's
looks weak.
fuming.
Mm-hmm.
She's
An
casting.
advantage.
Well, she's gonna cast Magic Missile level 3.
Nice.
Little rat. So it's 5 darts.
Oh, this is fine. 5 at D4, right?
Yeah. So that's 3,
Yeah.
and then 2,
Yeah.
and then 3,
Yeah.
and then 4,
Yeah.
and then 2.
Nice. You fire out the magic missiles. As you say, you are fuming indeed. Magic missile 1 goes out. He drops down to his one leg down as he's just crawling himself, snapping and snarling and screaming. We could have had more. All you had to do. And it's poof, you hit with a missile again. Poof, hit with a missile again. On the 4th missile, as he is right, his face is now, as you meant, the size of him down. Fuck knows what Otter's doing. He's engulfed by this dragon now. As Zaga, you see the head come down towards you as he just screams at you. His head the size of you as that final magic missile doof, clonks him in the side of the head as he loses consciousness.
Can I call him a flying rat?
You can 100% call him a flying rat. As he, like, one eye completely shot out on the side, lifts the head up. You see just the gaping, like, hole where the side of his head would be. Like, he looks at you and says, there's still time. There's still time. I can give you more power. Work with me.
It's not my turn in initiative.
It's not your turn initiative, but he essentially is at 0 hit points. So it is combat ended. He is dead. But it's up to you what you want to do in this point.
I was going to smack him with my sword.
Yeah.
So give me the bagpipes again.
Nice. Sword out, straight in as the last of the life disappears from Scaldaris. The body itself just starts to shake, like slightly quiver under the pressure that is there. Ethereal Blink Boy will blink back in and move out of the way as the body just starts to ignite and burn. You see the skin on the wings burns away, just turns into ash as the body just slowly kind of burns in on itself like paper burning around its low points until all that's left is a pile of ash. And sitting on top of the ash is the mask, the bronze mask, again glinting magically as you first saw it, Zyga.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that.
Nice. You grab, you grab the mask as you. Sorry, let me just clear the music. As you are out of combat, Scaldaris is burnt away. The mask is left. You look around as you see the world, this room start to have its color come back. The sky starts to go back to blue as you hear a voice coming over, almost like a tannoy over the whole room, like, "Oh, what a show! Wonderful to see you all working together as a team. See, is that all it takes? Just a little benevolent dragon spirit to bring us all together." As the room starts to kind of carry on its light, it's changing from dark into light. The sun that is clearly not the real sun is bright and lights and lights and lights until you squint and close your eyes, and as you open again you have to pull yourself up as you are all sat within the room within where Jenny is. As you check yourself, you feel healthy as you look. You all have the benefits of a long rest. You have full health and you have full spell slots back. Zaga, you have the mask in hand, and Jenny, as you all kind of climb up and pull yourself back up onto these like bean bags and cushions, having just been in that dimension, look up, and Zaga, you can see just sat on a cushion next to Jenny is Linda. The bagpipe sat there and said, "See, was that so difficult?" And I think we'll stop there and pick up the rest of Jenny's stuff next week. Good job.
Big up, Jenny.
That was a cool fight.
Big up, Jenny. Yeah.
I love the Final Fantasy VII victory music.
I haven't done it since like the first week because I was like, it's so cliche. You know, it's just like, no, this felt
sometimes
we did a big one.
Yeah, there's a big old dragon that's just been absolutely murderballed. Nice. So the Scaldaris, the benevolent spirit that was possessing, has been potentially thrown back into a thing, and there are a set of bagpipes sat on a cushion, but we will work out what that all is next time. GG's, guys. We'll see you next week. Ta-ta.
Nipples.